Okay. Wow. I was having some a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning, but I think I'm good to go. All right. Let's see what we got here. Currently no one in the chat, I think. Let's see. What's that mean? Says we're streaming. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get some people popping in here. Let's see what we got here. I know I'm expecting a couple people. Channel dashboard. So what we're doing here is we are doing Alone on Halloween. It's All Saints Day today, but nonetheless, it's going to work out for us. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's public. Okay, just making sure. Have a little bit of, like I said, some technical issues here, and it's just been a long week and a long day. But this is a bonkers game, so I'm hoping to have some fun with this. Beyond that, we'll get started here in a second, and ideally I'll get some people out there, and you all will be rolling the dice on this little online dice app that I have. But I'm happy just to get started on my own, because this thing is weird. I do have a long-form version of this. I didn't survive, but one of us did. So, yeah, get that in the frame. One of us did. There are two characters for this. Hey, there's Mike. So this takes place with 5th edition rules, which are really, really hard to find. So I may have to wing a little bit of it because it is not available online at all. It's like $19.99 was the most recent publishing of it. And the only version of this I could find is the 5th edition copy. So we're going to just kind of wing a little bit of it, but this thing is gonzo ridiculous, and I'm excited to run this with some peeps. Hey Mike, it's the same thing with the app in regards to how you all will roll. This is a D100 system. I'm putting the link in the description, and we will get started here in a second. What does that little lock mean? View broadcast status. Oh, hit. I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm still learning the software, and there's this little lock. I'm like, what does this mean? Great. So it looks like it's just you and me, Mike, which is fine to start. I'm totally good with that. I'm sure people will pop in here later. It's also earlier than what I normally stream, but I actually had time at this moment. So this is our Halloween hangover game. So again, this is a Call of Cthulhu 5th edition rule set pseudo solo run of Alone on Halloween. And it is really crazy. And if you watch my live form, I'll talk about it when we get there, but there's an Easter egg in there that I almost said tickled with, but that is so wholesome. Such a wholesome thing to say. But let's get started, Mike. If it's just you and me, I'm fine with that. Let's rock. Mike, did you watch my my long form video of this? I don't know why you would have, but that is I'm curious if you did see that. I released it yesterday, so you probably didn't because you have a life, and why would you watch my long form videos? Man, so I'm growing my beard out for no reason, but I'm really letting it go because I'm gonna film a couple of short videos, and I'm gonna do a version of me like with this and then clean shaven and me talking to myself with a beard. So anyway, that's why this looks like such garbage. Okay, and then I thought maybe I should avoid it. Great, well let's get going, Mike. So let's move us here to. I think this is it. Again, we're going to be winging a little bit of this because some of the rule system I couldn't quite find. Movie and audio system. Maybe that's where I do it. I do have a question. I want to be able to hear the dice roll, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Because, again, I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, let's get going, Mike. Here we go. 5th edition. So these are our two characters. We have Chris and we have Corey. Corey is like our NPC. And we have Chris. I did a little bit better rolling up Chris's stats. So Mike, since you were currently the only one here, what do you want Chris to be, more intelligence-based or more strength-based? So I gave, with Call of Cthulhu, you kind of have to lean into one genre. There's a lot, but I just went either more of a strength-based character or more of an intellect-based character. So what are you feeling, which way we can go? And I have stats broken down for both versions of that. And you can also help me figure out the background. So what you can see is these two character sheets, which we need to align some stats to, which I have them significantly enlarged, depending which one we choose, which we can just kind of pop up whenever we want. So, and I also have Corey's as well. So Corey is, let's see, I actually can bring Corey up here pretty easy too. Boom, boom. Corey's leans a little strength-based. He's not super strong, so let's make Chris the opposite of Corey. Corey's a bit heftier. We can make Chris stronger, but Corey seems to be leaning a little bit more strength and size. He's got a great appearance, or she. The names are conveniently, they can go whatever way we want them to go in regards to which gender they present. But Corey does tend to lean more strength. So you want to go more intellect based then, which makes sense because this is kind of you want to field a well-rounded party, for lack of a better word. So let's just go intellect based. Do you have a background for them, like just a fun little thing? So they both attend Miskatonic University, and Corey is an Chris is an upperclassman, like head of like occult research, while Corey is a lowerclassman. But I think they're friends, or we can give them whatever. Maybe they're not friends, and they go together to do. We'll learn about this here in a bit, but they go on a special assignment. That's basically what I'll say. So what kind of relationship we want between the two of them? And so again, I do have our int based. So we have, I need a few things for you to pick. One, a background. That's not as important. Before, what is our language? So we are obviously good with English, but what is our language that we are, that we study, that and it can't be like some weird Cthulhu language. It needs to be like one of our world. So it could be like Celtic, which came up in a previous Cthulhu run I did with you, or it could be like ancient Latin, Greece. It could be some offshoot of like Romanian. Like it can be whatever we want. But what's a good language for you that you think would be a fun language for us? And that we have a 60% chance in that, so we're pretty good at that whatever that language is. And then I need you to help pick out the weapon that he will be carrying. So just think of like a fun little backstory between the two of them, like and also what gender they both, because we have Chris and Corey. What genders do you want both of them to be or to present as? Aramaic. Okay, cool. And which I probably dumped way too much into it because it's probably never going to come up, but nonetheless, we're good at that. And then okay, so we have Aramaic. I'll just write that down. And we also need to know what gender they present as, and also I'll bring up the weapons here in a second. And fight. So these, we have the 22, a 38, or a 45. So with a 22, it only does 1d6 damage, but bang, 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 we can get off 3 shots quick with it. Our chance to hit, because we went with the intellect-based one, is only 20%. We have the 38, which we can get 2 shots off with, but it does 1d10. Or we have the 45, which does 2d6 plus 2, which is a big hit, but we've only got 1 shot at that. So your backstory is that they are frenemies on the college debate team. Okay, great. That works with me. On the college debate team. Okay, great. So they're kind of like assigned together, I guess. So maybe there's a mutual respect, but they also... maybe they just have a slightly differing view of certain things. Okay, and so which one are you feeling? The 22, the 38, or the 45? I think it's a pretty easy choice with this one. If we would have gone with the more strength-based one, I did put more ability scores into their firearm usage. But so Mike, you're going with the 38. Great. So when and if we do have to shoot something, we will just look at the 38. I don't want to erase all that other stuff. So we have a 38. I think that's all we needed. I think we're good to go then. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's hide that. Boink. And then I do have some charts and stuff I may have to bring up. If we do, what stinks about this is there is a oh, I didn't work on them. Something will come up and I'll be like, oh, I didn't work on that page. It's fine. There is a it'll say at times in this, it's like, you are facing a vampire. Find the vampire in the 5th edition Dungeon Master's Guide. It's not the guide, whatever, the GM guide. And I don't have access to that necessarily. I've just pulled bits and pieces, so we may have to be like winging a bit of monsters and stuff like that. It's no big deal. Okay, so let's get going. Blah, blah, blah. Introduction. Blah, blah, blah. Investigator sheets. Prepare. See, right there, you can see it says prepare yourself. And then it gives us the pages of the Game Master's Guide or the rule book, which I do not have access to. And again, it is out of print. You cannot get a PDF of it. It's just really tough to find, which is kind of a pain. So again, we're going to maybe have to wing some things, which I really hope we don't have to, because that's going to be a mess, especially in regards to magic. All right, let's get going here. The font, I know, is very small. It's in landscape, so it's a bit of a pain. But I'm going to like lean really far forward to read this. So here we go. You, as Chris Grant, are a student of journalism at the old and respected Miskatonic University. Pick some gender for us too, or gender presenting at least, Mike, for Chris and Corey. You are top of your class and have won many honors and awards for your top-notch papers, articles, and research works in the field of interest. You are working now towards a grant that will not only pay for your graduate studies, but also allow you to seriously research the phenomena of ghosts, inspectors, and other such hauntings. You know that a spectacular thesis on the paranormal should be just what you need to win that grant. It is October 31st, Halloween night, and you have been chosen to cover a Sabbath of a witch's coven in the legendary Shrouded Salem, a very important task, as it's the first time outsiders have been invited to witness such a meeting in Salem. You were picked to cover the event because of your impeccable record, and you feel that this could be the big break that you've been waiting for. Accompanying you to the Sabbath is underclassman and, we'll just say friend, Corey Adams, who shares your interests in the unusual. You are in high spirits, as is your friend, although the night's driving wind and icy rain makes you worry that there won't be much use to see the witch's coven. There won't be much to see at the coven meeting. I'm going to have to zoom this in a second. Which you desperately hope shall go as planned. As you head out of Arkham, you laugh and joke with your companion and discuss various topics. You are driving. So that means Chris is driving. You leave the shimmering yellow and white lights of Arkham behind you as you turn off of Church Street onto Sentinel Street and head out of town towards Salem. Before long, civilization gives way to wilderness, and you find yourself on a long, dark, barren road that twists through a desolate forest of now leafless trees. Go to one to begin your adventure. So there's our backstory. So Chris, our main investigator, Mike has picked, is female presenting, and Corey is male. Great. Okay. The rain and wind assault your car as you speed along the dark road. An occasional brilliant flash of jagged lightning illuminates the haunting sky and hellish woods on either side of you. After some distance, you spot lights from an old, brooding mansion set back away from the road on a hill as you pass by quickly. Wink. Although you got only a fast glimpse of the immense house, you get an uneasy yet exciting feeling as you think of those haunted house movies you've seen and loved. Make a listen roll, succeed, and go to 12. All right, Mike, this is your first check. So you're going to make a listen roll. I'll pull up your skills. So our listen is 40%. So I put 15 into it, so our base was 25. I bumped us up to 40. So make a listen roll, which is you need to roll percentile dice, which will be the goofy little ones right in the middle on that page of our dice sheet. And you want to roll a 40 or below. So this is Call of Cthulhu rules. It's still you want to roll the percentile or below. So let's see what you got there for your percentile. And let me know if you're having trouble with the dice roller. I hope you're not, because you know how I roll. And while you're doing that, I rolled but haven't seen the result yet. Let's see if we can reload the page. I think that happened in another game. I needed to reload the page to get the rolls working a little bit better. Give me a second. Skadoosh. Okay, let's see if I can make some rolls here. Yeah, I'm up and running. Let's see how you're working now. And then while you're doing that, oh, there we go. I just saw it. Oh, the audience can't see it. It rolled really low, but you got an 83. So that, my friend, is a failure. Welcome to how it feels to be me. There we go. I just made my screen a little bit bigger so I can read this a smidge better. Boo. So we failed our listen check. All right, so fail and go to 7. With a sudden jolt, your car begins to spin and go out of control. You seem to have had a back tire blow out. Make a successful drive automobile. Whoops. I did not do this. I think our drive is our base drive, so let's see how this turns out. This is going to be a skill. Our drive automobile is 20. She's not a very good driver. We can't hear because we're too busy jabbering about debate strategies. Exactly. So go ahead and make a... Also, I believe there may be a rule. You take whoever is higher when the two of you together, so we could have looked at Chris's as well, but too late. No retconning. So go ahead and make that drive automobile. Again, too busy jabbering about debate strategies. We want a 20 or below. You got a 21. Oh man, we can't see your rolls for some reason. I may need to squish this screen so we can see rolls a smidge better. This may overlap a bit with the page, which is fine. It may allow me to... Still can't see it. Oh well. So we failed that. Boo. You notice that we're at 7. If you go to 20, fail, and go to 2. Okay, here we go, up to 2. Your car goes madly, screaming off the road, spinning and digging up great clouts of mud. A sudden hard impact stops your spinning and plants your car on its side at the base of a tree. The tremendous jolt you and Corey received on impact throws you both roughly against the dashboard. Each of you sustain 1d3 points of damage. Oh boy. Oh, so it begins. Battered and badly shaken, you manage to pull yourself out of the wreckage of your car. You count your blessings as you walk away from what could have been a real tragedy. It is obviously this car will no longer be of use to you this evening. You are miles away from the nearest town. If you want to wait here for help, that's one of our options, and we're going to roll our damage in a second. If you want to walk back to the mansion you just passed, or if you want to try to walk back to town, or to check the blowout. So we have 4 options. We can wait here for help, walk back to the nearby mansion, try to walk all the way back to town, or check the blowed out tire. That is up to you, and I'm going to roll our damage. The first d6 is Chris, and we're taking 1d3, so we just divide this by 2. 1, great. And then this is Corey. 3. Oopsies. I'm going to double check what our hit points are. I'm going to just keep track of our hit points. It's easier than updating these little PDFs. So our stats for Chris has 10 hit points remaining. 10. And Corey, who has more hit points than that, but just lost 3. So Corey must have hit their head pretty hard. Airbags. I guess this does take place in the 90s. We are keeping this one in the 90s, which is a little weird for Cthulhu. You kind of want it in that kind of 40s-esque, 20s. I don't know. But yeah, this is in the 90s. It's a little bit easier with some of our skills. They kind of match up a little bit better. Corey has a total of 15 hit points, so is down to 12. All right. Check the blown out tire. Okay, so Mike wants to check the blown out tire. So I didn't do that in my playthrough because I was like, if the car's not working, who cares about the blown out tire? It just said it's not going to work. So, but that puts us at 38, right? So go to 38. All right, here we go. Let's see what's happening here. You are examining the remains of the rear tire on the driver's side. Make a spot hidden. Okay, and let's have both of them check it. So we were going to go with whoever has the highest. So spot hidden is 45 for Corey. And for us, 45, which is pretty good. We're probably close to that. 50. So you want to get a 50 or below on your percentile, Mike. Great. You got it. Good job. So, man, a hard thing for me is going to remember what number we're on. But here we go. Make a spot hidden. Make a spot hidden and go to 5. Fail. Okay, so 5. So, ooh, maybe get like a tire iron or something like that. Let's see here. As you look closer at the tire, you notice a small metal object. Oh, examining the object shows it to be a bullet. Ooh, okay, that's fun. It seems that your tire has been deliberately shot out. That's a good shot, because we were driving pretty quick, I think. Although there is no sign of anyone else out here. To wait here, we can wait here, walk to the mansion, or try to walk back to the nearest town. What you got? Uh-oh. That's crazy. Okay, so we were, we gotta, that's not good. That, yeah, somebody popped our tire. But that's, I guess, how these Cthulhu things go. Man, like, this is getting so fuzzy here. I gotta trim these out. So again, we can walk back, try to walk back to town, go to the mansion, or wait. Those are our options. What are you feeling here? Mansion. Hey, what's up? So, oh wow, 2 more people popped up. To add options like pushing a roll or spending like, yeah, I know, Whitehawk. I like some of the other rules, but again, this is 5th edition, so I don't I don't know if we even have like extreme successes or hard successes in this, because this rule book is written for 5th edition, so we just don't have the options of doing that. So, and also it keeps the game a little bit oh, well, great. Let's try to get going. So, Storm Fingers can only be here for 10 minutes. So let's just do a quick push. That's what they want to do. Let's go with the mansion. Also, if you don't go to the mansion, the Headless Horseman shows up and he kills you. Because that's what I did. It's like, I'm going to walk back to town. I got killed by the Headless Horseman immediately. I sent you a link to a PDF in the Discord, Avery. Okay. I'll see what that is. And so what we have here... Oh, what's the link? I'm curious what this is. But let's go to the mansion. What is this? Is this the rule book? Oh, do you have it in your backup? That'd be cool. It's too late now, but that'd be nice if it's the 5th edition one. Thanks, Mike. I'll check that out. Okay. Let's go to the mansion. Check the blow off. If you want to walk back to town. If you want to walk back to the mansion, go to 41. All right. So there is an Easter egg in here that actually I felt pretty smart discovering this. We'll get to it in a second. It was pretty fun. If you watch my long form video, you'll see me slowly unraveling this. You cautiously approach the old haunting house, huge and rambling with the steep peaked roofs and high arching windows. A dark, brooding tower stretches up into the black, boiling night. In a yellow flash of jagged lightning, you get your first view of the decayed grounds surrounding the castle-like building. You see that a tall, grotesque trees, their limbs twisted and buckled and devoid of foliage, surround the eerie place. Contained, scroll up, within a rusty and crooked iron fence, the bars of which are topped with the cruel-looking iron spikes. You are cold and wet and long for warmth and comfort of the house. So putting aside your feelings of unease, you grab the tarnished door knocker and rap on the towering, splintering door. After a moment, the door creaks loudly, and a slightly hunchback man with long white hair and a black coat with tails peers out at you. You quickly introduce yourselves and explain what has happened. Somebody shot out our tires. The odd man looks you blankly for a moment, and then with a cold smile asks you in, introducing himself as O'Brien, the butler. Go to 98. Oh, there is converting. Yeah, thank you, Whitehawk, for converting rules. I think I have enough to get us through this. So let's. So what I discovered is, when I drove by the house originally in my long play, I was like, this is. It's just like, oh no, it's Rocky Horror. It's Frankenfurter's palace, and it turns out, and I was like, when the guy opened the door, it's like, oh, who is this? It's like a Richard O'Brien. I can't remember his name. The guy who wrote Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is a total shout out to Rocky Horror Picture Show. The Hunchback Riff Raff. His name is Richard O'Brien. Anyway, that's kind of funny. Yeah, so I don't know what the numbers are in parentheses. I looked back in the rules and couldn't find it. It may mean these are the passages that led here. I have no idea what the numbers in parentheses mean. After there's numbers in parentheses, and you also see 1 JP for 1 journal point. That means for each passage you get points if you want to do a point system to see how successful you were. I don't care. I just want to explore the game. Yeah, so it may be, we may have come from passage 6. We can try to see. We're at 78 now. Let's see if 78 pops up in our next thing. But yeah, I don't know what those numbers in parentheses mean. Also, random fact, the first appearance of Hayden Christensen in a film was in John Carpenter's The Mouth of Madness. Oh, that's cool. I'm about to do a film, goofy little thing, with someone who's in the original cast of The Thing. He played Windows. He plays my dad in a film I'm shooting next week. That's kind of fun. Okay, let's go. O'Brien leads you to the center of the ballroom, where the monocled man and elegant woman are speaking with 3 men. My lord. He sounds more like Droopy Dog. O'Brien says to the monocled man, bowing slightly,
May I introduce some unexpected guests? They had an accident with their vehicle and are in need of something to warm themselves, and a phone call for assistance. The man peers at you for a moment, and then with a cool smile introduces himself as Baron Burlad Takuchi von Reicht. Extending a gloved hand, first to Corey and then to you, the Baron gives you a very firm handshake. With a majestic wave of his hand, the Baron introduces his wife, Baroness Deva, oh boy, that's small font, Oradia or Heraclea, I can't tell, von Reicht. She welcomes you, but she does not smile, remaining rather cold and somber looking. Both the Baroness and the Baron speak with accents, yet there is something about them that does not seem right to you. Make an idea roll. I don't see 78 on there. Wait, no, we're at 78. Did we come from one of those passages? Again, trying to figure out what the parentheses are. Don't know. Okay, so let's see here. Are we going... We need to make an idea roll. I'm positive our character's idea roll is best. Whitehawk or anyone else in the chat, you're welcome if you got the link. I can resend it right now. Let's have Mike roll this, and I'll resend the link so you can make the next roll. But our idea roll, Mike, is an 80 or below. Again, we're pretty smart. I'm going to send that link if you want to join anyone in the chat to make rolls later on. I'm sending that now. Mike rolled a 7. Great, you got it. There you go. There's anyone else getting the link. Unfortunately, the die rolls, usually every time I do this app, they're very high on the screen. And now they're like really low just below where, so you can't see them rolled. So anyway, it was a 7. We got it. So let's go to 76. Trombones at the big parade. You realize that the Baron and his wife do not speak with German accents, even though they would have you believe that they are from Germany. To identify their accents, make a successful no roll. Again, this is 100% going to be our lead character's best stat. The no roll is, and until I hear otherwise, Mike, you're going to keep making the rolls. The no roll, 85%. Our knowledge is even better than our idea roll. So we have an 85% chance. So 76% is what you're going for, Mike. Rolled it again, 93. Boo. That was a fail. There we go. Someone just rolled a dice. Was that you? Did you get in there, Whitehawk? Yeah. So, if that's that, so to roll percentile, I think you would click on the ones in the middle. Again, I can try to expand this a smidge. It's just going to get into the. Yeah, I think you want to click on those goofy little ones in the middle to roll percentile. That's what we're trying to click there. So we'll try. You're on deck to make the next roll, bud. Just figuring out how it works. Yeah, it takes a little second, but this is a mostly free app. You can become a patron, but this is, I wanted to give them a shout out again, dddice.com. It's just a great online dice rolling place. It's really cool. It's designed by one guy like over a weekend or something like that. I may have gotten that wrong, but yeah. So just to roll the percentile, I'm pretty sure you just here. Let me go. Whoa! I just did something weird. Here we go. I think you would click on... Oh, I don't think you can see my mouse, unfortunately. Yeah, oh, here you go. You just click on maybe this one right here? Yeah. Ooh, maybe. How did you click on... How did I do that earlier? No, that's just one. Where's the percentile? Holy crap, I couldn't find this. It's not, I don't want 2d10. Oh, butts. How did you do that, Mike? Now all of a sudden I can't find the percentile dice. I was rolling it when I played my own game. Oh, maybe you click on... No? Where the heck was percentile at? Why is that like the hardest thing for me to find all of a sudden? Yeah, Mike, what were you clicking? How come all of a sudden I can't find my percentile dice? We could just do 2d10, and the leftmost is the 10 digit, and the rightmost is the single digit. That's not an issue as well. But Mike, put in the chat how you were doing the percentile. Oh, Mike said something. Oh, you got it. Somebody's smart and got it. Obviously not me. Technology. Somebody just... I have to go, oh no, bye. Thanks for the cameo, dude. Really appreciate it. Hop in for any other game. You know, you're more than always welcome, dude. Okay. So while you guys are... Good, you found it. I'm glad someone did. Okay. So Brian leads you. We don't know what the accent is. We failed somehow. So we're going to 64. We're already about to get into the meat of the adventure. Well, please, feel at home. Join our celebration of the holiday. Won't you? Says the Baron in a rather smooth, almost hypnotic, the Count from Sesame Street voice. It is on holidays such as these that I long for our homeland. How I miss Mother Russia, Mother Germany, and her beautiful countryside. But no matter, this is a celebration, not a time for such musings. To inquire more about the Baron's home and how he came to be in the United States, go to 99. Let it pass and do small talk, do 16. So this is up to you two. What do you all want to do? And do you want to do small talk or ask what the hell he's doing in our country? What are you doing in our country? You took our gerbs. I look very, you took our gerbs. For the South Park reference. Calling it Mother Germany is a nice touch, though. That's not what it's called in German. No, it'd be like Deutschland. There we go. You took our gerbs. Yeah, but they're not from Germany. That's why we know. See? Whitehawk's onto them. So, do you want to ask what are we going to inquire about the Baron's? Wait. Yeah, inquire about the Baron's home, how he came to be in the U.S. Slow down, Avery. Or let it pass and do small talk. 99, let's pry. You good with that, Whitehawk? Should we pry and just see what the heck they're doing here? What Dr. Frankenfurter's doing here? Or should we just let it pass and just do some chit-chat? And then I will give you like 5, 6. Sounds good to me. Great, let's go. So that is 99. Why are you here, Baron blah, 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 blah? Von Reicht, I believe is the last name. Something close to that. Oh boy, here we go. Eyes don't fail me now. The Baron looks at you for a moment as you begin to dig into his past. Let's pry, as Mike says. With questions of his homeland. But he smiles and answers you. The von Reicht family is one of the oldest and most respected families in all of Germany. And I am a direct descendant of nobility, as my title indicates. I, too, am a noble, at least in my country. My family is descended from the... Boy, it's a tough word. It's got a Z. It's worth a lot in Scrabble. Zekles something. The blood of Attila the Hun courses through my veins. A dubious honor indeed, would you not agree? He laughs. Ah. The old country is most dear to me, and even the very soil of the ground is like gold to me, because I sleep in it in my coffin, he doesn't say. This is how greatly I love the land of my birth, but alas, I was forced to leave my homeland with my ever-beautiful wife. You see, in this ever-changing and growing technological world that we reside in, certain comforts must be abandoned for the betterment of business. Simply put, I'm an industrialist, and the benefits of living in your country unfortunately outweigh that of that love of home. I must keep up with the times, you know. I find the supply of certain raw materials, which are crucial to me, to be more abundant here and easier to come by. Something that the Baron has said does not sound quite right to you. Something about his family. Succeed with an anthropology roll. I don't think we have a good anthropology score. Hey, Morgan's on. Whitehawk, why don't you make a roll of this? This is not gonna go well. But it is, our anthropology is gonna be crap. Never mind, Whitehawk. We did not take those classes. We have no idea. But you rolled anyway, and you got a 35. Yeah, sorry, we stink. You're gonna get the next roll where you actually have a chance. We skipped anthropology. So fail and go to 16. I think I gave us a little bit, I'll have to look, but I did give us something, maybe like archaeology? So yeah, you're still on deck. Hi, Morgan. You'll be able to jump in here shortly with it, but let me know if you cannot in the thread of the chat find the dice app link, and I'll resend it for you. You continue to make small talk for a few minutes with the talkative Baron, although his wife says nothing except when a question or comment is directed at her, which she then answers very curtly. Shortly, the maid returns with 2 heavy mugs filled with some beautifully aromatic beverage. The warmed liquid smells like apple cider, yet there is something else. Is that the scent of brandy? You cautiously sip the drink and, to your delight, find it very warm and very pleasing. Corey quickly finishes off his mug. Oh, it says in this Corey is male presenting, which Mike picked anyway. So we are female, Corey is male. Thanking your host. You follow and find the warm liquid to be just what you needed. You feel more at ease and have managed to shake off some of the cold chill of your still damp clothes. Go to 42. Okay, this is going to be bad. Let's see here. Yeah, I know I could pin the link, but it's I'd have to open up my YouTube app to do that. This is going through eCams, and I don't know if I can do that through eCams. But yeah, if you can't find it, Morgan, I'm happy to do that. Thanks for the heads up, Mike. I don't know if I can pin in. Let's see. Yeah, I can't in eCams. I'd have to go into my studio in YouTube, which I could do actually. Going forward, that may be a very bright thing to do. Thank you. Also, I do like sending out just in the fear that like I get some troll who like gets the link and just starts spamming dice. I don't want to have to deal with that, but you guys are all cool, so I know I just jinxed myself. Okay, here we go. 42. After a few moments, you notice that sounds seem to be weirdly echoing. You think? Again, we had no choice but to drink this thing. Suddenly, you become warm and dizzy. Your head begins to spin, and your vision blurs. You gaze over at Corey, only to find that your friend has passed out in a chair. Surprise! As everything begins to go dark, match your POW against a 20 on the resistance table. Okay, this is a table that I thankfully did pull up. This is something that was kind of frustrating to me. Make sure to knock on wood. Okay, so Whitehawk, this is you. Our POW, and I'm going to pull up this silly resistance chart. But our POW is, this is our power score, is 13. And on that resistance table, we're doing against a what? A 20. So, this chart, it took me a while, but I got it. So 13, we're looking for a 13. Ooh, a 21. 13 meets 20. Wow. You just got it. The score that we needed was a... Oh, shoot, you may have just missed it. Let's see. We have a 13. I'm trying to cross-reference where it meets. 13, and what are we going against? Crap, I covered it up. But let's see what we were going up against. 13 and against a 20. So we're 13 against a 20. 13, this is the 13 column. We're seeing where it meets the 20. 15, you missed it by 6. Crap. So we failed at that. So burp, burp. Where are we at? POW on the resistance table, win and go to 218. Fail and go to 79. Okay. This sounds unpromising. Nope, just missed. Yep, exactly. You just missed it. Sorry about that. I got all these levers and knobs that I'm twisting here on my side. So thanks for keeping me on point here. As I'm just kind of rambling incessantly. Run! Something's coming after you. There are steps under your feet. Use them. Get lower. Go down. Run, run, run! Or else it's going to get you. Your feet move below you. One, then the other, then the other, then the other. The wind is rushing by your ears. You're running down these stairs. I'm thinking of the first Nightmare on Elm Street. You're running down these stairs so fast. They begin to spiral around the center column. And you angle yourself into the spiral. Your head is pounding. You're getting dizzy. And if you let up from your descent, you'll stumble and fall, and it's going to get you. Make a Dex ×5 roll, and you better not fail it. Jesus. Okay, Morgan, you ready for this? No, just missed it. It happens. Wouldn't be as interesting if you're always successful. Exactly. I mean, that's a Cthulhu. You pretty much are set to know you're going to fail. You just want to see the ride that you take. So we want to Dex ×5. Our Dex is, give me a second, and it's that 18. So 18 × 5. Morgan, you want to make that roll? So 18 × 5 in my head, it's 100. So that's what, 100 minus 10. So 90? Yeah. So we want to get a 90 or below. I think I did math right in my head. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 18 × 5 is 90. So yeah, let's see how Morgan does on this roll. And then we want a 90 or below on our percentile. And if you're having trouble with the percentile, let us know. I wasn't smart enough to figure it out. Worst case scenario, just roll 2d10s. The leftmost will be the 10s, and the rightmost will be the singles. But yeah, Mike, thank you. 90, 18 × 5 is 90. So let me know if you're having any trouble with that, Morgan. But this is, it says we don't want to fail it. What is that? Is that a 5? We'll call that a 5. So that's our 10s. So we already got a 50 something. I didn't see what the other one comes out to be, but who cares? That was a 50 something. Oh, there we go. You got it. Ooh, an 11. You should have hung on to that roll. That's a great roll. Okay, so we succeeded. Thank goodness. Oh crap, where was I? Succeeding. Okay, you better not fail. Succeed and go to 162. All right, this is not hyperlinked. I cannot search this document for the number, so this may be a lot of scrolling in our future. But 162. There are 666 prompts in this one, so that's kind of fun. Also, when I say what prompt we're going to, just try to keep that in your head, because again, I'm talking to fill the silence. But sometimes I talk my way out of remembering the number that we're supposed to be going to. Loose step, crumbling mortar. You're not sure what it was, but you don't care. You're still running down these steps into a dimmer and dimmer light. What is it? What's beside you? You're sure you can't look back. If you do, who knows what you might see. But do you want to look? If you look... scroll. Oh, if you look, go to look to 53. If you don't look, go to 227. All right. Thank you, Morgan. So do we want to look or not look at what's chasing us? We don't know if this is like a dream sequence or if this is we got drugged and we came back and all of a sudden we're in the haunted house being chased by something. So do we want to look at whatever's chasing us or do we not look? There are currently 3 of you, so the first time that I see 2 in the prompts, we're going to go to that automatically. So look back at what is pursuing us or keep running. While you're doing this, maybe I'll try to adjust the dice roller just so we can see rolls a bit better. It's so funny. I've used this thing 8 times, and this is the first time where the rolls have been hitting the bottom of the page and not the top of the page. Let's just try to do this here. Just give us a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, you can see like just a lot of weird stuff in the background, which I'm not a fan of, but we can only do so much. And that stuff's just going to be moving around and stuff like that. Can't much. I can do this. Maybe I can just scooch him up a bit. He's still pretty ugly. Oh, well, worse things have happened. Don't look. Probably better keep running. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're going to keep running. Don't look back. 227. That was a comedy show. 227. Here we go. You don't know how much longer you can go on. Your heart is pounding. Cold sweat running down your forehead. Your legs feel like they're tubes of gelatin. And behind you, whatever it is that's chasing you is coming closer. There's a dull roar in your ears that dampens the whistling of the wind, and you're not sure if the sound comes from within or from without. Then, as you tire and fear stumbling, the stairs open into a chamber. The cavernous room is illuminated by a crimson flame, near which stands 2 aged-looking men in robes. They stand before you on either side of the crimson flame. To keep running into the chamber, or to stop and not enter. So, are we stopping and letting what's ever pursuing us get closer, maybe, or do we enter the chamber with the creepy people in hoods? So, not good choices regardless. Maybe I'll just move this here. I know that. Then that's blocked. And I'm getting so annoyed by the things, but then my OCD of like covering up just like random screen shares are bugging me too, and I don't like that either. So let's just kind of do this. I don't know. What do we got here? We got general rule of thumb Cthulhu is not to pay close attention to spooky things. Exactly. And we have 2 things of spooky things. We've got spooky guys in cloaks, or we have spooky guys in or spooky unknown monster behind us. So what? I guess that's the question. What are we facing? The cloaked people in the chamber with the flame, or the unknown thing chasing us? Mike says 135. Is that the room that we were in? No, that was the previous one. So yeah, what are we feeling? Are we moving on, or are we facing the thing behind us, or are we facing the things in front of us? Those are our 2 options currently. Which one is working out for you guys? Neither of them are going to be super fun. We're on mirror, you don't know. Oh, there it is. We're on 227. I think I'm going to try to keep what the numbers we're on in the middle. Gosh, the 135. Stop and not enter. Okay, it looks like it is 135. Let's go. All right. I guess we're hopefully watching it and not being attacked by our invisible stalker friend. Oh, I just saw 227. 227. What's 227? 135. What's 227? I think we're going to 135. You scramble to a stop there at the entrance, not certain about continuing. You feel you are no longer... Ooh, and then there's some dice. You feel like you are no longer being followed. The two men within the chamber regard you impassively. Then one speaks. There are better worlds than this, friend. There are more things in your philosophy. Well, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio. I failed my Hamlet. I had one chance to do a Hamlet quote, and I failed it. There are better worlds than this, my friend. If it were in our power, you would know this. They look to each other sadly, then turn back to you. As a question rises in your panting throat, there is a noise like a freight train from behind you, and you are engulfed. Go to 238. Uh-oh. I don't want to be engulfed. 238. Hopefully this is a dream sequence, and it doesn't kill us like Freddy Krueger. Again, that movie screwed me up. I watched that way too young. The rain and wind assault your car. What? Was it 238? Is that where we're going? 227 is where we're coming from. Should be in the back links of 135. Oh, it's where what? Was the 237? Is that where we were going? Sorry, I've seen all the numbers and now I got confused where we were supposed to go. We were just at... Were we just at 227? Should be in the back links of 135. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm seeing all these numbers and confusing myself. Are we supposed to be at 238? Is that what we chose? Sorry, guys. I'm just getting number confused in the chat. It sent us to 238. Okay, so that's right link. That's weird. So why are we back here? The rain and wind assault your car as you speed along the dark road. An occasional brilliant flash of jagged lightning illuminates the haunting sky and hellish woods on either side of you. After some distance, you spot lights from an old brooding mansion set back away from the road on the hill, which you pass quickly. Although you only got a fast glimpse of the immense house, you get an uneasy yet excited feeling as you think of those haunted house movies you've loved. Okay, so maybe we're, I think I figured something out. It seems that you resize the window of a die, it keeps dice in that area. Yeah, it is, but they've been rolling at the top of the screen. It's just a kind of weird quirk of the day, I think. Get a haunted house. Okay, so I need somebody to roll me a 1d6. And you know what, I'm just gonna keep the dice just up here. Just gonna do what I did and just deal with it, I think. I can't remember how I did it now. How I sized it that way. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? The numbers in parentheses? Nobody knows. So we got a 5. Okay. So, we rolled a 5 or 6, which leads us to 200, which is close by. Yeah, the numbers, if the numbers Mason means the numbers in parentheses, that we have yet to kind of figure that out. I could not find it in the rules. It may be where we came from. 238? Yeah, I think it's where we came from, because I'm looking in the parentheses here, and it says 238, and I think we just came from 238. So I think it's a reminder of saying, you can get to this passage by this passage in these parentheses. I think that's what that means. So we're at 200, right? So we've got... oh, sorry, a minute behind, just realized. Oh, it's okay. We're going to 200, though, right? Yes. With a sudden jolt, your car begins to spin and go out of control. You seem to have a back tire blowout. Are we looping or are we in this dream sequence? You wrestle the steering wheel for control of the car. See, this is kind of a flashback. The wording is different, though. And we got here in a different way. You should have settled for manual steering and bring the vehicle to a stop on the side of the road safely. You and Corey climb out. There's no spare in the back, but you do remember seeing a house back up the road a short bit. Go to the house, walk back to Salem, and hope for someone to come get you. So it seems like the, we're kind of in this weird dream sequence, maybe? But yeah, but the wording is different, so it does not seem that we are in the same thing, but we believe Corey's still with us. So the question is, are we going to the house, or are we walking towards Salem and hope for someone to come along and get us? So yeah, I think we're in this weird dream, alternate reality sequence right now, currently. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think that's where we are. So yeah, what are we feeling here? We walking back towards the house that we came from, or are we walking towards Salem, which I have no idea how far Salem is from us. And I do know from previous plays, the Hunted Horseman is out here, and he killed me very quickly in my last session. But again, I'm assuming we're in some kind of weird alternate reality or dream sequence right now. So I don't quite know what is going on. Which is fun, which has been confusing for me too, because like this passage isn't making much sense. So we have one vote for go back to the house. So once I get a second, that is what we will choose. Or are we going to start walking with a pumpkin? Yeah. So we know what happened when we walk on the road, yeah, which was the Headless Horseman. Again, at least in my long form, that's exactly what happened. And I don't think there was any way around the Headless Horseman getting us. And it just, I think it killed Corey, but I lived. But that was it. That was the end. So again, I don't want us to take us to an untimely ending here. But yeah, are we which one are we feeling here, guys? Are we headed towards the house, or are we walking down the road? We've already got one vote for walking towards back to the house, which may end this dream sequence, which I'm assuming we're in. But I guess the house. Okay, off we go. Walk towards Salem. So that puts us at no, excuse me, to walk towards the house. Go to 138. Okay, 138. Now I can't get the dice roller back, so that's driving me crazy seeing all this stuff moving in the corners. I'll figure it out here in a second. You and Corey climb out of the car and head back up the road. The house wasn't far, you're pretty sure. Again, this is different wording than a previous passage. As you suspect, after a couple of turns, you spot the big old place on a hill about a mile through the woods. Digging out the flashlight you pulled from the car, you click it on and head into the woods. Why? Why are we doing that? Make a spot hidden roll and go to... Okay, so let's make a spot hidden. Whose turn is it to make the spot hidden? Let's see. Corey's spot hidden is 45 and ours is 50. I remember ours was one better. So I need one of y'all to make me a spot hidden roll. And then we will see what happens here. So we want a 50 or below. Whoever can jump on it first. 44, just got it. Okay. You tell Corey. Which one are we at here? Make a spot hidden roll. 199. Off we go. What is happening again? I don't know if we're an alternate or if we got put back. I don't know. Maybe we did the time warp again. Again, because we are in Frankenfurter's mansion. You keep a good eye on the house and are there in no time. Okay, great. 176. Okay, no, we've been to 76 because I started seeing 76 trombones. We have not been to 176. You arrive at the front of the house, of the big old house. Hesitantly, you raise the knocker and knock. The sound booms through the house. Attempt a luck roll. Okay. Our luck is, let's get, I guess it's White Hawk if you want to make a luck roll. Our luck is pretty decent, 65. You can make a 65, and I'm still going to play with this silly dice thing. Who cares if we can't see the rolls on our screen? We can all see our rolls. It's just for anyone ever watching the chat in the future, they may not be able to see it. There we go. I think I'm just gonna do that and just deal with it. So yeah, if we can get a luck roll, and we want a 65, I believe was our score. And here it comes. We got a 55. Great. 55. Dun-dun. That was an I can't drive 55 moment there. So Whitehawk got it. So we've got, and Morgan, you're on deck. And you guys, if you can help keep track of who's next, but it seems to be going Mike, Whitehawk, Morgan seems to be the order of that. And I'm just looking again. You're right. Oh, here we go. Attempt a luck roll. 165. Okay, just up the page. But yeah, those parentheses seem to be where we're coming from. No one answers. But on inspection, the door proves to be unlocked. You open it and step inside. Okay, 230. So again, we are in this weird alternate something. So let's go to 230, which is dentist time, tooth hurty. That's a dumb joke. You step inside, and you aren't in the house. You are standing on the shore of a monstrous black lake someplace else. You stare about you in shock. The ground is a fine gray sand that leads down into gentle waves. You and Corey look at each other, confused. I think we're all confused. On the lake, something breaks the surface of the water. It's the Watcher in the lake. Quick, run into the mines of Moria. In a mass of tissue and welts and eyes and blisters arises from the darkness. It extends its mind towards you, and your eyes snap shut. Lose 1d3 sanity. Okay. Morgan, were you on deck? Whoever was next, roll a 1d6. We'll divide that by 2, and that is going to be some sanity loss. And I'll keep track of the sanity for us here. I think it's just for Chris. I don't think it's for both of us. We're mildly sane, which is good. Let's see here. Where's our sanity? Yeah, we have 65 sanity. Great, and we only lost 1, so that's not too bad. So we're at like 64. Sorry, just keep it. I'm just keeping track on pen and paper instead of writing down this stuff. Okay, so there, that was our sanity. Where was that? Shoot, which one were we just at? Now I'm trying to find. Oh, here we go. Lose 1 and go to 221. Okay. All right. You bolt up, looking around. You seem to still be in the ballroom of the manor house, but you are very much alone. A very eerie feeling slithers down your spine and you shiver. Checking your watch, you see that you have been asleep for only an hour. Any hit point loss you suffered in your strange dream has vanished, but sanity loss remains. Okay, weird dream sequence. We did not lose any health in that. We did lose sanity, just 1 though. Go to 236. Okay, creepy dream sequence. We're going to die, it's just how, exactly. Okay, creepy dream sequence. You pull yourself to your feet, head still spinning, and frantically search the ballroom for a sign, any sign of Corey. Attempt a spot hidden roll. Okay. Whoever's on deck, you're making a spot hidden roll. Our spot hidden is... Was that a 23 is the roll? Why are these just these weird dice in the middle of my screen with no... What is this dice? Is this like a glitch? What is this guy doing? So our spot hidden, I'm pretty sure I raised this one, is a 50. So we definitely got that. 23. Yay! I did not make this on my playthrough. I failed this. So I failed like 4 spot hidden rolls in a row. So that's nice to know that somebody can roll well. Spot hidden roll. Success takes you to 239. Okay, so just a little bit. Beneath a dusty chair, you find Corey's watch. The crystal front shattered. There obviously was a struggle, but what became of your friend? To search the manor house, go to 238. To leave, oh, here's a choice. Do we search for Corey or do we run away? That's our next choice. The first one that gets 2 votes, that's what we're doing. Yeah, I don't know why those 2 dice are just sitting there. I'm going to refresh the page because it's driving me bonkers. Go away, 2 dice. Yay. Search. Yeah, spot hidden is really necessary. In my play, I was rolling poorly, but I don't think I bumped it up too much. I think I was at like a 40. So we have 2 searches, which is, I believe, let's see if 228 means search. I gotta find where that was. 228. Okay, so we're searching. Let's search. So again, we're just going to, whenever we get 2 votes, that's what we're doing. 228. Okay, so this is telling us basically the rules of what's about to happen. This is where we start getting timed, so I will keep track of time separately. But I will just read this. This is kind of like our instructions going forward. Searching the manor house. The Von Reicht Manor consists of 3 floors plus the cellar and a tower, shown on the map, which I'll bring up in a second. You are now in the ballroom. You may search the room and chambers in any order, but not jump from floor to floor, so we have to take like stairs or elevators. We're on the timetable. Each room you search will take 10 minutes off of that timetable. The timetable appears on the inside cover. I've got that on another link. I don't have the chat attached to that. But I do have our timetable there. I mean, the map is set up so we can look at it. Moving from one floor to another or along the halls costs no time. If an elevator or staircase opens into a room and not a hall, you must go to the appropriate room paragraph. So there'll be numbers sometimes in hallways, and we have to read it when we get to it. But that does not cost us any time. Doors are unlocked unless otherwise noted. The appropriate paragraph for each room is indicated by the number in that room. Fine. When you pass through an area with a paragraph, you have to read it. When you check off the last spot on the timetable, we go to paragraph 647 when we run out of time. Unless you're involved in combat, then finish the combat unless you die. You may at any time decide to abandon the search and flee the house, in which case go to 232. I'm going to just write flee 232. So that's always our abort option, just to get out of there and to leave Corey behind. In most cases, there are no trace numbers in the manor house room, so you must keep track yourself. I need you guys to help me keep track of where we've been, because it's kind of just like a blank map. Items that you find in rooms that are meant for you to take or be used will be identified as such. You may now begin your desperate search for your friend. Okay, this was actually, this map was set up for my solo play, but it should be still pretty darn good. Yeah, the only thing we do not have is your chat, which I can look up here. Morgan's taking their dog out. Be back soon. Oh, let us know when you get back what kind of dog you have. So we are in 228. You can't see my cursor, unfortunately, because I'm on my primary screen, which is clearer resolution than my secondary screen. So I want you guys to be able to see better. But 228 is on the ground floor, so it's the northwesternmost room at the top left, and 228 is furthest to the left side, at least of my screen. And it's basically right between, you can see 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So that is where we are. We're in 228. We cannot search 228 because we have already searched 228. So we are allowed to search pretty much anywhere, but we kind of need to start on this floor, or we can make our way to the stairs. Let me know if you guys can see this map okay. We have a room across from us. We have these hallways. The entrance to the place, I think, is the 604 number. I think that's where the entrance is. 228 does connect to a room down beneath us that has an elevator and a set of stairs in it. Why would we do that? Or we can just start just willy-nilly just checking rooms on this floor or other floors. What do you guys feel like is the best course of action here, where you all want to go? And this could take forever with people like throwing out multiple options. So I'll probably take the first option that I see if it seems to make the most sense. How many time slots are there? Oh yeah. I don't think the top half is cut off. It starts at 7 and it ends at 11:50. So that's how many time slots we got. We're at 7 o'clock right now. Once we search a room, I mark off 7 and we go to 7:10. So that's how many time slots we got. As far from my perspective, it looks like that's where it begins. But yeah, we have, so that's, what's that, 6, so we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 30 time slots. Oh, I'll scroll down. Yeah, no problem, bud. Yeah, so we have 30 time slots, so we have a good bit to check out. Yeah, let me know where we're feeling. Again, we're in 228 right now, and we need to start checking out some rooms here. Which way do we go? And we're on the ground floor. Again, there's a second floor and a third floor, and there's also the creepy basement. The tower, I believe, is 604. I believe that's a tower. I'm fine with just you choosing rooms unless anyone else has any strong leanings. Okay, I have a bit of player knowledge because I've done this before. So I'm going, just for my own fun, I'm going to just check a room I didn't check. I don't think I checked 241. Which it is. That was like, it's like, I don't know. I just started going by like, what makes most sense to me is like, I want to stay on the ground floor. Like in my case, I'd be like, I want to know where the front door is and how to get there. So it is a bit of a crapshoot, which is kind of fun. And I think it is kind of randomized a little bit, which I do appreciate as well. So I'm going to say, let's go to 241, which is the room directly above us. I don't know why we would start going up or down stairs or into an elevator. I would not be doing that, but let's go to 241. So that is going to put our time, and I'm keeping track of time, at 7:10 is the time now as we go into 241 if it's unlocked. So we just kind of go, I will move us on the book. I wish I had a better way to keep track of where our token was by putting a little token, but I didn't have that set up properly. So let's just go back to 241 and see what happens there. Okay, 241. And there are some locked rooms. I did bump into those, but not this one. As you open the door to this chamber, you can't help, a bit overwhelming, honestly. It is, honestly. It is, but that's part of the fun. We're just kind of like, which makes sense. We woke up randomly in this mansion. We're like, now what do we do? So you just start ticking off things and searching. As you open the door to the chamber, you can't help but notice how damp and humid the air is, with an almost salty smell. As you ease yourself in, you discover the source of the dampness. A huge, slime-covered pool, let's leave, fills the room. Thick, black, and billowy algae and seaweeds float on the stagnant water of the once delicate and beautifully tiled floor. It's buckled and cracked. Foul, scented water trickles from the walls and the ceilings. You may attempt either a listen or a spot hidden roll in this room. It says we may attempt. It doesn't say walk in and start drinking the water. Let's see what one is best for us. Oops, wrong one. Our listen is 40. Our spot hidden is 50. Do we want to... It doesn't say mess with. It just says we can listen for things or I said smell things. Listen or spot things. Are you guys feeling any particular way? I'll bring up the stats again. Where was it at? Skills. We have like basically a 40% chance to hear whatever or to see whatever. Or I believe we could just leave. Succeed with listen, go to, fail, and go. No, I think we have to do one of them. Spot hidden sounds good. Okay. I think I'm good with that. Whose turn is it to... But I'm thirsty. That's a different game. That's called... We haven't lost that much sanity, Whitehawk. Whose turn is it to roll? We need... I'm good with spot hidden as well. I don't know what we would hear beneath the surface or why that would be good. Whitehawk, yeah, why don't you roll this? Why don't you try to roll a percentile, Whitehawk, and we want 50 or below. I think we're going to go with spot hidden, which seems to make the most sense. I don't know. I'd rather... You know we're going to see something like in the middle of this room. And it's like, you want to go get it? No. But unless it's... No, it could be... 38. Good job, Whitehawk. You got it. Okay. So we have succeeded. Okay, you may listen, roll, succeed with spot hidden, go to 273. All right, let's see what we got here at 273. 273, 273, 273. As you, I did not say gently creep across the floor. Oh, okay, I was reading 274. I was like, I did not want to do that. Your heart skips a beat as you notice the thick foul water ripple, and you spot something dark move just under the surface. To investigate, or to make a quick retreat and shut whatever is in the pool behind you, return to the map. Oh my god. Okay, Morgan, it's good you're here, because we're going to need you. We're in a room with this thick black... Nope! This thick black algae covered water, and we see something move within the water. Do we investigate what it is, or do we run away? That's where we are right now. And only really notice at the rolls. Yeah. And that's fine. Yes. No, dude, Whitehawk, totally fine. There is a bit of a lag. There is a delay. It's, I think a bit on purpose. We're investigating a house over a floor plan, just went into a room and are investigating. Exactly. But the main thing is there is some gross water with something under it. We spotted it. We can either try to get it or play with it, or we can just run away. That's where we are right now. So investigate or run away. Those are basically our two options. Which one do we want to do? Okay, Mike is very wisely get the F out. So there's one vote for flee. Is there an option to taste it? Whitehawk, what is your deal? No. No tasting yet. I don't think that's a skill of ours, but unless Corey is yelling for help, get out. Okay, so get out. So you are overruled to taste the object beneath the water. I am curious. I'm so curious what's in there. Okay, but no, I retreat behind you to go to 241. Oh, which leads us back to the map. I'm pretty sure that's the map, right? Hang on. It's in this room. Return to the map. Okay, so we're back at the map. Let's find the map page. Here we go. So again, that's what we're doing. We're just fine. It's kind of like Betrayal at House on the Hill. We're just kind of getting items and randomly rolling around. We know, so we only know this is our huge map. Morgan, I don't even know if you've seen this. We are just in this mansion looking for Corey. We came from room 228, which is on the ground floor, so that's on the northwest of this map, the westernmost rooms. We've investigated the westernmost rooms on the ground floor. 228 is the ballroom, where we started. 241 is the creepy room with the water leak. We came from, I believe the front entrance is like that 379 area. I think that's where we came from. So like again, our characters would know how to run away from this place. we would run that way. I believe 604 is the tower that's spiraling up, because 604 is mentioned on all of those charts. So what are we feeling now in regards to where to go? I'm just looking for my phone. If you see me like randomly looking around. And again, I'll just take the first room that pops up. Mike also just said, if anyone has strong feelings, let me know. Or if not, I'm happy just to pick a room. What the heck did I do with my phone? I heard it vibrate, so I'm just making sure it's not work or something like that. But I can't find it. I looked at it when Mike sent the Discord thing, and then I put it somewhere, and I don't know where that somewhere is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I found it. What are we feeling? Anyone? Morgan is just chastising Whitehawk. That's all I have in the chat. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds, and then if not, I'm going to just kind of just make up an idea of where to go here. Let's see. Yep, I think we're good. Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision then, I guess, and go check out... So we're looking for Corey. Do I look at the neighboring rooms? Like, what would we look at? What would be a good thing to do? I don't have strong... Exactly. I guess I go to 256? That's on the... I'm just sticking on this floor. Again, that is what I would do, knowing that I can close... not really chastising, I know. Oh, I know you're not chastising. You're making funny little D&D references and Baldur's Gate 3 references. Let's go to 256. Again, just searching the rooms near us. Again, we know where the door is if we wanted to run away. Although for us to leave, we would go to 232. That's our get out of Dodge room. So the time is now 7:20. So again, the clock is ticking. And we are going to 256. That is our next place to check out here. I think we're going to this link. And what did I say here? 256. Oh, which is very close. That's nice. The double doors of this room warily grown open to reveal a spacious living room, complete with dust-shrouded furnishings. This room, once opulent, now stands in near ruin, a victim of time and neglect. You may attempt either a listen roll or a spot hidden. Okay. That's, so we know listen is like 40-ish and spot hidden is 50. Is that right? I say these things and don't completely know, but that sounds right. Listen is 40, spot hidden is 50. I haven't either. I just wanted a lot of it. Okay. So what are we doing here? What are we feeling? Are we going to, do we try the listen or the spot hidden? Spot hidden. Great. Whoever's turn it is to roll, I can't remember. Go ahead and make that roll. We have a 50% chance to spot something. It may be your turn, Morgan. Yeah, you are up, Morgan. Thank you, Mike, for thank you all three of you for helping keep me on task here with what you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. It is great. I haven't finished it yet. I've been playing it for a long time, but it is 53. So that is a fail because it wasn't the percentile. Again, the leftmost. It's been we are going to say that's the 10 digits, and then the rightmost is the single digits. So that's not a 35; it is a 53. So sadly, that is a failure. But that is fine because I failed every single spot hidden on my playthrough. And failure is the name of the game. Fail and return to the map. Okay, so that just cost us 10 minutes. We're back at this map. Anyone have any strong feelings yet about where we're going next? So we have searched kind of the rooms neighboring ours. We have not searched the one across from us, which would be 313. We can slowly make our way to the front door. We do have stairs. We have elevators. Yeah, it's I fail all the time, Morgan, so don't worry about it. And last time we spotted something, it was rippling beneath the stagnant algae water. So it may not be a good thing that we spot. Anyone have any strong feelings? Or I'm just going to... Oh, this room is connected to the 334, which I'm curious about the tower. I'm going to check 374 because it is connected to it, and then we'll check the tower next, Mike, since you said checking the tower. So let's hit 374. So we will go to 374. That will be another 10 minutes. So it is now 7:30. So we're doing okay on time as of now. So 7:30, check. What did I say? 374. Again, that's why I keep you guys on task. 374, I think. I know where it is on the map. I can just double back and look at the map, but I think, yeah, 374. Thank you, Mike. How are you doing those little arrow icons? That's appreciated. You guys, the three of you know more about technology than I do. Oh, yay, this is a fun room. We get to choose which of our skills we use. So the warped and buckled double doors crack open loudly. Each room kind of opens in a different sound, stirring up gray clouds of dust that spin cyclone-like off into the shadowy corner of the room. As you cautiously step in, you discover that you have found the library. We have great library use, by the way. Towering cases and countless shelves line the walls, all packed with books. A once beautiful oriental rug smothers the dull hardwood floor and is held in place by a majestic, bulky oak furniture. Stubs of candles tell of constant use by some unknown reader. You may try any of the following skills. But it takes 10 minutes for each of these skills, but we can try as many of them as we want. Even if we fail, we can try again. So this is kind of a fun little skill test room. We have, I'm going to bring up our skills. And then I'll just say, whoa, settle down, wrong one. Oh, I think I locked this in place, right? That's why it didn't move. Let's unlock this. Unlock overlay. So we have anthropology, which we are not good at. Archaeology. Okay, we're not good at that either. Astronomy. Okay, nothing in that. I almost put something in astronomy. Botany. No. Chemistry. That's what I put something in. No botany. Okay, so far, not too good. Cthulhu Mythos, we don't know anything about. All right, here we go. Come on, history. History, we have a 40%. Great. Occult, 70%. And zoology, I don't think I gave a zoology. I did not. So really, okay, I just kind of randomly chose things. History, we have a 40%. And again, we can make more than one roll, but it just takes time. But our occult is obviously very good. So that's 70%. Do they have a book hidden that said, this is where we hide the bodies? I know, that would be great. Or like hiding bodies for dummies. That would be a really, really great thing for them to do for us, but they didn't. So should we try occult first? Because that is the one we have the best chance at. And then we can maybe give the history. The odds are if we try history twice, which will take us 20 minutes, we should be able to figure out something like that. I thought we're in a freaking library. We should have a decent library use, right? Where is it at? Our library use is 70. You would think that would have been here. Library use, it sounds boring. One of the most important skills. It's almost like the perception check of Cthulhu is library use. It's how you get all of your information, typically. Occult it is. Yeah, I agree. So let's, whoever's turn it is, roll some percentile dice, and we will, our occult is, what is our occult? What is it, 70? 70, and our history is 40. I'm just remembering that because I'm just going to get rid of this overlay. Boink. 26 it is. Great, good job. So, occult, go to 245. I think it's going to tell us to go back to this passage, I'm sure. But just remember, help me remember that we're at passage 374. But we're going to 245. It's nice to have you guys on. It's nice. My voice just cracked. It's nice to have you guys on here. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I just hopped in for a bit ago. What's going on, bud? I'm happy to Smugside97. What's going on, dude? I've already forgotten my number. Mike, I hope you wrote it down. Happy to add the dice link, which again, Whitehawk helped me out. Said you need to pin it. Next time I will do these things. I think we're going to like 245. But you're welcome to help us roll the dice and make our decisions. So nice to have you join, bud. We're going through a house looking for our friend. It's completely gonzo and weird and nonsensical, and we're just wandering aimlessly. So, fun. We came from 374, but that's good. Oh, here we go. We're at 245. You have found a dog-eared copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. I love it. You notice that a page is folded over, and on that particular page, you find references as the character of Dracula is speaking to the vampire's ancestral bloodline, which he claims includes Attila the Hun. Yes, when he said that, I was like, oh, Dracula, Attila the Hun. Reading this book gives you a +5 in occult. Okay, so our occult is now 75. Great. So our occult just improved by 5%. Okay. Dare we try history, which will put us up to 740. Let's see here. +5 in occult. And yeah, that's maybe what the parentheses is for. We return to 374. That's why the parentheses are there. So let's return to 374 because I'm pretty sure that's where we come from. Mike said it a second ago. I think we came from 374. Great. Yeah, that's what the parentheses are from. Again, this is the point in the stream where I say my implant broke. I'm waiting for a new tooth implant. Missing a tooth, so I do have an occasional lisp. I do have this little flipper thing I can put in, but it makes me lisp more. And my tongue doesn't hit the roof of my mouth, and speaking is actually harder with it. 374. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna put the dice app in the chat for you, Smug. If you couldn't find it earlier, this is it. This is how we're rolling our dice. 374. Oh, which puts us back to the. Do we want to check history? So whoever's next, roll a percentile die, and it was a 40, I believe. We want to roll a 40 or below for history. This will put us to 740. So clock's ticking a little bit. So what do we got here? Whoop, wrong one. History is a 40% chance. So whoever's next, roll them percentile. Try to get us a 40% or below on history. We're at 740 currently. So be good if we get it, but odds are we will get it within 2 rolls, hopefully. So whoever's on deck, make that history check. Yeah, I think it's Whitehawk as well. I think Whitehawk may be like a minute behind us in the just when he picked this up. So he may be on a bit of a delay, like hearing what's happening in real time. So we'll see if we'll just give a little bit of a second just for Whitehawk to check up, to catch up, because I think that's what's happening. Which is there we go. Thanks, Whitehawk. Dude, roll of the night, a 2. So that is a big success. Good job, buddy. So that puts us to 307. All right, good job. Okay, so we just need to be in libraries, not creepy rooms, even though this library sounds kind of creepy. You have found a book detailing the lineage of the Tepes family, or Teeps. I've heard multiple pronunciations, but that, again, that is Dracula. Later to become the von Reicht family after the death of Vlad Tepes. Again, I've heard so many pronunciations of it. In 1476, you find one bit of interesting reading. The last noted von Reicht was born in 1587 in Romania. There is little details of this final heir to the von Reicht name, except that he was born from Berid Burlad to Kuchi Tepesh, or Teeps, or Teps von Reicht. Attempt either a history or a cult roll. We're going to do a cult, because it is now a 75% chance. Succeed with either. Okay, whose turn? I think you're up, Morgan. I think you're up to do the occult roll. So we want a 75. And again, if you roll 2d10, that's fine. The lefternmost will be the 10s, and then the singles will be on the right. So roll us a 75 or below, and we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're doing good in the library. I mean, we're getting some good stuff here. Woo! Skin of your teeth. That is a 73, but you got it. Thank goodness we did the occult roll first to get that +5 in occult, because that was the difference of making this roll. Oh man, that was good. Okay, awesome. So we succeed with either and go to 324. Okay, let's just scroll away here. 320. History buff helps here too. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, okay. Vlad Tepes, or Vlad the Impaler, was the original Dracula, and while not known to be a true vampire, he was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's vampire Count Dracula. Yep, return to the map. I could have told you that. Why is this news? We're pretty dumb. Oh, we did? Oh, we got a boost to history? I didn't see that. Where did... Oh, was that in the last prompt, Mike? We got a boost to history? Awesome. I did not see that. 5 to history. Oh, did we get that as like, was that a, if you succeed, get a +5 boost to history? I'd most thank you, Mike, for reading that. The font is so small. So our history is now increased by 5 too. That does not help us find Corey, but it helps us with our history classes. But it helps, I think, check 307. I'll believe you. I don't care. So let's return to the map. Return to, yeah. Okay. So we are done with this room, basically. Everything else was a 0% chance. So here we are. We're back on the map. I believe next, Mike was the only one who, like, got the spidey sense of, I want to look at the tower. So as we walk to the tower, we're at 374 currently. The room leads us straight into, thank you, Whitehawk. It was a 5% boost. That leads us straight to 379. This does not take any time, but it is just like an immediate read this passage. So we are reading 379 as we just kind of make our way through the, I got to remember to move you guys as well to the new book, 379. So let's just do a quick read of what's going on here. 379 as we just enter the main like foyer or something like that. Oh, literally, as you enter this large open foyer, or foyer. It's foyer, right? Is it pronounced foyer? That's how I pronounce it. Roll a 1d10. Whoever's turn it is, you're rolling a 10-sided dice. And then this is what's fun. This is where the game is randomized, because this is like a much used area, but there is some randomization set into it, I believe. So whoever's turn is up, which I believe it may be Scrub Dubs or whatever their name was, if they are still in the chat. What was it? Smug Side. That's what it was. Feel free to roll a 1d10 if you are able to access the link that I just sent you. There is a bit of a learning curve to kind of figure out how to make it work, but oh, good. Thank you, dude. 9. Thank you. So that is we're going to 375. All right, which is just off this page. What you thought was an odd noise turns out to be simply your overactive imagination. You sigh in relief and continue on your search. Okay, that's good. So that may have saved us something. So we are back. We are now making our way to the tower. That's where Mike wanted to go, which is 604. That is going to put us to 750. So we are about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're about 20% of the way done with our time now. So but we're going to 604. 604. Put us back to new book. There we go. So I'm just making sure that I'm turning the pages so you guys just aren't staring at that map. So we got some weird stuff we're looking at. Just so you know, there's, for whatever reason, this is the artwork they chose. So we got the poltergeist tree, and we have the Baroness just having a good time. So okay, just so we know, that's always a possibility. Ooh, we got some weird pictures and stuff popping up. Just some weird stuff. Just some weird stuff. Just weird stuff happening. A lot of, again, I can't sadly go any faster than this. So it's kind of fun actually just seeing what all is out there. I don't mind. This isn't spoilers. Is there a bloodletting room or a kitchen? Exactly. That's what we're trying to figure out. Okay, here we go. 604. The winding stone steps of the tower spiral up and up as the tower stretches 30 feet above the roof of the manor house. At the top of the stairs is a heavy wooden door which is securely locked. To journey farther, you must successfully do one of the following. Mechanical repair. I don't think we got that. To match your strength versus the door's might of 35. That's huge. We're not strong. Mike was the first one on here, and he chose the intelligent-based character as opposed to the strength-based character. So, yeah, we're not known for our strength. I can look if it's even remotely a remote possibility. Or in desperation, you may shoot the lock off with a successful firearms attack. We have a 20% chance is our firearms. Note that each time after you try breaking down the door, you will suffer 1 point of damage as you hurl yourself against the heavy door. So if we try strength, we're going to just be hurting ourselves doing that. That makes very little sense for us because we'd have to go back to this goofy chart, and it is going to be so difficult for us to do. Our strength is a 12, and the door was a 35. Oh my god, yeah. It's off this chart. It's an automatic success, so we can't break down the door. We do have a 20% chance to shoot the door. Our firearms is 20. We have a handgun. And so we could shoot the lock. Apparently, we're just not even a good shot at point-blank range. Granted, if I was shooting a door, I'd probably be at a bit of an angle, too, for fear of getting some kind of ricochet. But, what was our other... That was it, right? We shoot the thing, we break it down. Oh, or mechanical repair. I don't think that was in our skill set. 20%. Okay. So we do have a 20% chance of either shooting or 20. We don't want to burn our bullets. Yeah, I know. We have a 20% chance of mechanical repair. Does it say that each time we try this that only succeed if you roll 18 or below, I think. No, for the strength Whitehawk, we're going against this resistance chart. The door's strength is 35. So what I keep bringing this chart up, we bring up our strength is 18. We match where a 35 is on this chart, which isn't even on this chart. So it is an automatic failure. That's what this chart is for. A 4, Jesus. Okay, did you just mechanically, you just picked the lock, Mike? Is that what you just did? Okay. Good job, Mike. So I guess old Chris just kind of pulls out some bobby pins and just like makes a roll. Good job, dude. Awesome. This is a new area for me. I just turned around and walked off in my one playthrough of this game. So you got this. Well done, dude. So we are at, if you gain entry, go to 572. Okay. I don't know if this is going to take time. I'm just going to put a question mark. So we are at 572 in the tower. Let's see what that brings. Okay. 572 in the tower. Oh, God. Do you think there's a big bad in here? Ooh, there's stuff happening all over the place. Oh, God. Here we go. Whose turn? Roll a 1d6. Again, this is where it randomizes like who we're fighting, what we see, what we find. And that's what I do appreciate about this game is it's not set what's in each room. So there are like random encounters and stuff like that. I don't know if where Corey is randomized or not. That would be kind of interesting as well. If where the room that Corey is in, if it's actually different each time. Whitehawk, a 6. Is that good? Is that bad? Let's find out. If we roll a 6, we go to 1-9. Is that a 496? Or a 196? I cannot tell. It's a 496. Jesus, I almost took us to the wrong place. It is a 496 is where we're going. Okay, so 496. Whoop. Let's go the other way. All right, so in the tower, we have... It's also kind of dramatic as I'm slowly scanning. Okay. Ooh. The door. The doors always make different noises. They really had to bust out their thesaurus for door noises. This time it's a grinding moan. And the heavy door swings open to reveal a small, cold chamber beyond. You are both surprised and relieved to find Corey. I found Corey in a different room. That's pretty fun. So when I was playing, I found Corey in a different room. So we found Corey huddled against the wall of a chamber. Okay, now we're randomizing it. So we need, whoever's next rolls a die. It doesn't really matter which one. If it's odd, we go one place. If it's even, we go another way. So we got Corey. That's nice. And what are we doing now? So good job, everyone who found Corey. That took some teamwork, actually. There were some good rolls that got us to this point. So that's awesome. I'm curious how this goes. So yeah, whoever's turn is up, I can't remember who it is. Feel free to roll. Do it, Morgan. Just roll one die. Odd. Is that good? Is that bad? Let's find out. If it's odd, go to 536. Okay, that's not too far away. 536. Oh my gosh, we're at the top of the page here. You move to grab your friend by the arm and take him out of this place, but jump back with a gasp as your hand passes through him. God dang it. Match your POW against this haunt's POW of 4d6. God dang it. Okay. I want everyone, if you're all there, I believe we have 4 that can roll dice. I want everyone to roll a d6, and that is going to be the total of the power of this haunt. God dang it. I thought that was going to be him. Maybe if you would... Okay, there's a 6, a 3. Do we have anyone? We should have 2 more in there if you can roll 46. Ugh, another 6. Guys, come on. Help me out here. And we may have 1 more. And again, there may be a bit of a delay. I'll give a bit more time. And if not, I'll just roll it. But, so we currently have rolled very well for the power of this thing. We have a pretty decent power. We're going to pull out that resistance table here in a second. So I'll give another like 5 seconds and then I'll just roll it because there may be a delay. 2-6 is pretty nice. That's not nice because that's the power of our enemy that we're currently rolling for. We don't want this to be high. We want this to be low. You guys are rolling for the strength of our enemy. So I'll just give a couple more seconds and then I'll roll it. Okay, I'm going to roll it. Yeah. Hit. A 2. Okay, see, always rely on me to roll bad. So that is a 12, 13, 14. Hang on, math. It got hard all of a sudden. 9, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so 17 is its power. And this is... okay. Match your POW against the haunts. The haunt has a 17. Our POW is... Give me a second. Let me bring up our stats. I think we have a decent POW. Oh, 13. So it's 13 versus 17. I need to bring out that silly chart. So again, ours is a 13, so you follow that down to a 17. Oh boy. We have a 30% chance, so maybe we lose some sanity. Whoever's turn is next, make a percentile roll. We want a 30 or below, or we're going to lose some sanity. Oh, hang on. If you're overcome, drain of its power. Oh, hang on. If you're overcome, it drains 1d3 of your power. Oh, we start losing power. Oh, that stinks. And then we make a sanity roll. Jesus. Yeah, we want to roll low. This is Cthulhu rules. Yeah, Smug Side, if you're able to roll, dude, roll percentile. If you can't figure out how to roll percentile, which I was not smart enough to figure out how, just roll 2d10s. That's all you need to do, and we will, you can either set it to roll 2d10 or just roll 1d10, 1d10, and the leftmost will be the tens, and the rightmost will be the single digit, if you're still there, Smug Side. There we go. Thank you, buddy. Dude, good job. Good job. Okay. Match your power against the haunts. We won. If you're overcome, it drains 1d3 of your power. If you overcome it, you drain 1d3 of its power. Oh. Okay. Somebody roll me a d6. Whoever's turn is next. This is how much of their power of 17 that we are draining. Maybe this is like the big bad or something, and we're fighting this haunt, and we're trying to drain each other's power. And maybe when we drain its power, we get Corey. I don't know. 1. Okay, so they lost 1. They're down to 16 power. So they are weaker. Then we have... okay, that puts us to... I'm just reading all these stupid rules. And it's probably going to tell me to bring up a ghost or something like that. And when that happens, I'm going to have to do a bit of sleuthing. I do have access to the sheets, but the only place I could find the 5th edition... actually, somebody mentioned earlier that they had access to something. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. If you're overcome, it drains. Haha. Make a sand. Failure means... If you're lost... We didn't do that. After this ghostly haunt hovers up off the floor with an eerie, boyish laugh, fades away into nothing, return to the map. What was our point of draining its... Okay. That was it. Okay. Maybe remember when we had to roll odd or even? Maybe if we would have rolled even, we would have added the real Corey, and this time we did get it. So nonetheless, we didn't get hurt. That's fine. We're back in the map. It's 8 o'clock, and we went up the tower. So we have some places we know not to go. We're up at the top floor of the tower. So I think we're at the 3rd floor currently of the tower, I believe is where we are. So we can, we're currently on the 3rd floor. It is 8 o'clock, and anyone feeling any particular way to go at the moment in this house of horrors. The ground floor is about halfway searched. We didn't find him. I do believe this is going to be randomized where Corey is, so it is a bit of a crapshoot, but who cares? We have a bit more history. 443 is where Mike says. Okay, this is a very large room up on the 3rd floor. 443 it is. Woo, I'm getting hungry. I'm doing intermittent fastings in the morning, so I don't eat till like noon. But today it's 1 o'clock now, and I still haven't eaten, so I'm getting a little hungry. 443. 443. Again, I'm shaving this beard off tomorrow. I'm curious what I look like under all this. It's been a while. Okay, 443. This is a big room and a lot of things to choose from in this room, so that's fun. The cavernous room is thick with a cloying smell of chemicals. A quick survey of the chamber shows it to be a laboratory of some sort. Jars and vials of assorted liquids, powders, dried plants, etc. adorn shelves and tables. Large glass jars hold preserved remains of various animals and yellowed fluid. Rats, cats, frogs, as well as a grisly assortment of larger mammalian organs such as hearts, eyes, brains, etc. Strange electronic equipment and panels of switches, levers, dials, meters, plugs, and lights line the wall, and in the very center of the room is a raised platform over which hangs a large metal slab rigged with swivels and winches. Directly above the platform, the ceiling is constructed in a gleaming glass dome which allows the stars to effortlessly shine into the incredible loathsome chamber. Cages and tanks hold live rats, insects, fish, birds, and other small life forms, and are stacked about the room or hang from the chains in the ceiling. A few sickly potted plants of gross and disfigured shapes crowd a small corner table, while in a vintage microscope and pile of prepared slides nestled together on a splintered and sagging work table, you see other dubious and bizarre equipment cluttered around the room, the purpose of which can only be guessed at. You may attempt any of the following skill checks, and this is the same thing. For every check, it takes 10 minutes. But this is the laboratory, a lot of good stuff in here, and a lot of stuff that we can do. So I'm going to pull up our stats again, and then we can just start doing our thing if we want to. So we can do, okay, our astronomy is garbage. Our botany is garbage. Our chemistry is at 20%, so that's one we could do. Our climb is 40%. We have not gotten Cthulhu Mythos yet. Electrical repair is 10%. Idea is very good. Our idea is that's a stat. Give me a sec. It's like 75 or something like that. Our idea is 80. Our knowledge is, where'd that go? 85. Library use is pretty high as well. That's 70. This is a good room for us. Our luck is still pretty good. Our luck is 65. Mechanical repair, 20. That's what we picked the lock with. I don't know if we ran out of a mechanical repair karma or not. Our occult is actually 75 because we got that plus. We got a +5 in it. Pharmacy, that's probably nothing great. Nope. And spot hidden's decent, 50. And zoology is nothing. So this is a good room for us. Yeah, very Frankenstein vibes. So we know outside we have Ichabod Crane, Headless Horseman. We've obviously been dealing with some Dracula stuff. It's like Castlevania. We also had the Rocky Horror Picture Show because that was very much, when I did it, it said he speaks with a slight New Zealand accent, and I did look it up. Richard O'Brien is from New Zealand. So again, we're getting a lot of vibes here going on. So this is our Frankenstein portion of the evening. Very Castlevania, except usually Frankenstein is down in the dungeon. And the original Castlevania, at least Frankenstein's monster and Igor were down in the dungeon. That was like level 3, I think. So what are we feeling? We got a lot that we can do. Maybe I can actually put all of this. I'm going to try to put all this up so we can see like all of our stats here at the same time. We may not be able to see our rolls, but that's fine. We're only seeing like half of our rolls anyway. Here's our, whoopsies. So there's that. Oh, come on. Oh, I bet this is locked. That's why I can't move it. No, it's not locked. It's just being a butthole. Right? Unlock. There we go. Hit. I'm going to shrink this a bit so we can see everything a little bit better. So, Frankenstein was the monster. No, Frankenstein wasn't the monster. Frankenstein's monster was the monster. No, you're right. You're totally right, Whitehawk. Frankenstein, the doctor, is indeed the monster of Frankenstein. Which is a great book. If you've never read it, it's very quick and it's beautiful. Like it's beautiful prose, and the monster actually isn't like, fire bad. He speaks very eloquently. It's a really beautiful book. Be right back. We'll be listening from a room over. No problem. So Morgan is leading idea or occult. So anyone else in the chat, whatever one, choose one of those, idea or occult, and we will go with that one. So whichever, which Mike is currently in another room, but so that leads us probably to God dang it, I keep wanting to call you Smudge Side, and I know that is not your name. If you're still with us, where the heck are Smug Side? Okay, so I'm close. Smug Seed or Smug Side, I don't know how to pronounce it. Or White Hawk. Which one are you feeling, bud? We have idea or occult. Whatever one breaks that tie. That is what we're gonna do next. So idea or occult. Our idea is 80% chance, and our occult is 75, so they're good. Okay, Smug Side, we are occult, and Whitehawk, I think you're rolling next, so let's do some occult, and then we will do, after that, we will do idea. So occult, whoever's turn it is to roll us a percentile die, and again, if we fail, we can just try it again. It just takes 10 more minutes, so it's not that bad. It's only 8:10. We're doing okay. So yeah, what do you got here, Smuggy? or Whitehawk, whoever it is rolling next. You two will be our next rolls. Just whichever one goes first, go ahead and roll it, and then the second one. I think it'll go Whitehawk and then Smug's side. I think is the way it's going to go. So whoever is able to roll that first, go ahead and make that roll, and we will see if we succeed. And honestly, if you fail, just roll it again, because the odds are you're going to make the second roll, and it's only going to take us 10 minutes. And again, we're still doing pretty good. It's only 8:10. So our characters have a bit more time to continue this. So I'll wait for Whitehawk if he's still here. Yeah, give him... Whitehawk's here. He's in the chat. I think Whitehawk's on a delay. For whatever reason, when he joined, he didn't join like as it was live. He joined maybe a little bit. So he's on this like slow catch up with us, unfortunately. So yeah, Spucks, I just give him like 10 more seconds. And honestly, feel free to go ahead and roll. This roll will be this roll. And then whenever Whitehawk does roll, that'll just be our next roll. So whoever rolls first, we'll just go in the order the rolls pop up. So whoever rolls, that's our next roll. And then I'll just clock what the next roll is, which will probably be a succeeding roll. So go ahead and just put a roll in the chat, just so we're grooving along here for our next roll. But this first roll, this is going to be occult. That's a 90. That's a fail. But that's fine. That's just 10 minutes. Go ahead and roll that again. That'll just put us to 8:20, because again, we have time on our side at this moment. So feel free to go ahead and make the next roll. So go ahead and do another one, because we are doing the occult, which is a 75 is what we need. So go ahead and do the next roll for us, whoever. And to get that, we just want that 75, but we already know it was 90. That was a fail. And again, we can just keep trying until we get something right. There we go. Thank you. 72. Woo! We've had like a few close calls that have been like by 2 or 3 points, but that is, we got that one. So Mike, we just made our occult roll. So we are going to check out occult, which is 400. All right, let's see what we got here. 400. 400. You know, through your knowledge of the occult, that many of the items you find in this cavernous room are used in various disgusting black magic rites for raising and animating the dead. Make a listen roll. Ooh. I think whoever is next... Whitehawk, if you're still with us, make a listen roll. And I think our listen is a 40 or 25. What the hell is our listen? Oh, I can look right here. Listen is a 40. So whoever's up, make that listen roll. And Whitehawk, if we lost you, I think we're just going to go back to the top of the order. So whoever's, I think we're back to Mike then, since it seems like Whitehawk is out of commission right now, or away from keyboard. So Mike, go ahead and make the our listen roll. This is because we've made the occult. 27. Good job, Mike. You've been rolling hot tonight. 27. So we did. I know I got all of our stats in front of us. I'm just reading the things here. Make a listen roll, succeed, and go to 477. So you're just going to have to rely on my voice, unless it happens to be in the right side of the column. If it's super important, I'll remove all of our stats, but it's in the middle. Yeah, this is fine. You go pale as you hear the muffled moan of someone in the room. Go to 417. Uh-oh. Okay. Gary? I think of Team America World Police. Gary? Your heart begins to race as you spot the figure of a body on the hanging slab. Uh-oh. You cannot clearly see it from your position and must move back to get a better look. Go to 447. It's either Frankenstein's monster or Corey or Rocky Horror. There, atop the suspended slab, lies Corey. Hopefully not in ghost form. Shirtless. Ooh, Corey. Oh, you rascal. And partially draped in a torn white sheet. His wrists are held painfully tight to the cold metal slab with steel manacles. Go to 413. If you're not answering fairly quickly, feel free to roll. No problem. No problem, Whitehawk. Yeah, and you are right. That is, Morgan, it is indeed Corey. So, go to 413. And again, I know I have our stats up, just because we're just bouncing around so fast. Oh, here we go. And these are it's in the middle. I think if I can align this page properly so we can see it all here. Nope, maybe not. Okay, so we're at 413. I'm just going to say what we got here. You cannot reach Corey from where you are, since the metal table hangs precariously 3d10 feet above you. Whoever's next, roll 3d10. That is how high Corey is going to be. I rolled this, and I got like a 10, a 9, and a 9 or something. He was like really high above me. You have several options for how to rescue your friend and may attempt any of the following skill rolls. Climb, electrical repair, mechanical repair, operate heavy machinery. Okay, I'm going to remove some of the things so we can see our options a little bit better. We have 3d10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's 20 feet above us. Okay, got it. 20 feet. I think I can get rid of this one. I can get rid of our stats. I think I'll just keep our skills. So here we go. So the only one that we can't currently see is the top one, which is heavy machinery, which if we would have chosen the strength-based one, they had heavy machinery chance. We have no chance anyway, so it doesn't matter. We have climb, which we're not good at. Electrical repair or mechanical repair. Okay, our climb is 40. That's not too bad. Our electrical repair is 10. Our mechanical repair is 20. So do we want to climb 20 feet? Or do we want to attempt the mechanical repair, which is 20, or the electrical repair, which is 10? So how are we feeling on this? Yeah, how are we feeling on this? Eek. Just, again, once I get 2 of the same vote, that's what we're going to do. Roll a 19, a delay, which would have a nice roll later. Oh, you did? I didn't even see it. I'm going to hang on. I'll hang on to that, buddy. I got a 19. That'll be our little push your luck thing. That went last time. What climb gives us the best chance. That went well last time. Okay, you know what? We are going to take Whitehawk's 19, which is a 40% chance, and you made it. So good job, Whitehawk. Sorry about the delay. There's latency. I do have us on ultra low latency, which should have rolls and the chat always pretty up to date, but it's just the nature of the beast. But thank you. Your 19 saved us. I didn't see the roll. I saw a roll happen in my periphery, but I didn't clock it. But awesome. So we made the climb. Good job. So that puts us timetable. Okay, that puts us at 8:30. So again, we're still at time. We found Corey. It's 8:30. We climb up the chains or whatever. Climb, succeed, and go to 428. Okay, so that's not far. I'm going to hide our skills. Climb, go to 428. All right, don't have to scroll too far. What is that? I get scared when I see stat blocks. Sorely, you manage to clamber up some chains and cables to the table suspended above you. As you climb onto the cold steel slab, it swings dangerously for a moment before coming once again to rest. In order to free Corey, so it seems to be a legitimate Corey, you must succeed on a mechanical repair, not great at, or match your strength with Corey's, which means we combine our strength. I had a really funny list, but it kind of made this funny little fart sound. I've never done that before. That was funny. Combine your strength. I did that. Or against the manacles, which we do need to roll for the strength of the manacles. And then we just mark off each time we fail at one so we don't run out of time. So I need somebody to roll 2d10. We want to roll very low because this is the strength of the chains. Because Corey, who seems to be awake as well, because they moaned, we are both going to try to break him out of his manacles, or, so let's just see what the strength of the manacles are before we attempt the mechanical repair, which is a 20%, I believe. That's how Mike picked the lock, I believe, was mechanical. Let's see what that was. But first off, I need whoever's, yeah, Mike, I think it is your turn. Roll 2d10, you want them low. Our mechanical repair is 20%. But so if this is low, with our strength, 29. Oh, that's not bad. That's just a little above average, I guess. I guess an 11. Okay, it's a little below. An 11 would have been the average of those 2 dice. So 11 plus, so that has a 21 strength. And let's see what Corey's strength is with ours. So our strength, again, we took the int-based character, which is, I think, overall paid off. So our strength is 12. Corey's strength is 15. 29. Wait. That's not how math works. 27. And the strength of the door is 21. So we compared on the silly resistance table. So I said we have 27. Did I do that math right? So 27? Really? That's pretty good. Is that right? 12 plus, it says match your strength. So 27, was that right? 12 plus... Crap. Now I'm scared I said something wrong. Let's see here. Streak stat. So it's 80%. That's pretty good. That seems really high. So in my playthrough, it was like impossible if I went by just one of them. But I guess we did roll low on the door. Oh no, the door is +2. We didn't add the +2, did we? Or did I add the +2? It said the door had a +2 to it. That's why it should be a little bit stronger. Let me double check that real quick here. The door, where was that? Where was that number at? Let's get rid of this other page here. You grab Corey. Ooh, I'm looking to see where we're at. I saw Gollum. Oh, here it is. 2d10 plus 10. Okay, I was about to say, it's like these manacles are much weaker than when I played this last time. 2d10 plus 10. So the door is actually a 31. That makes this a much more difficult test. Okay, so I knew I was doing something wrong. So the door has a 31, and then we have a 27. So 27, 31 is a 30% chance. So that's what we got. So we have a 30% chance of breaking this down. Or we could try mechanical repair. Is that right? Which was a 20. So we may as well just try for the... so 31 for the manacles, 27 for us. So again, that gives us a 30% chance. And we can just keep trying until we fail. So no, the manacle... I don't know how delayed this is. The manacles are a 31 because there was a plus 10. Because it is... The strength of the manacles is 2d10 plus 10. Yeah, you did roll a 2d. You did roll a 2d10. You didn't roll a d100. You rolled a 2d10. But I don't know if there's a delay, but I'm right. So we got a 30% chance, and oh, you rolled a 2 and a 9. You got a 21. Maybe I'm not right. That's not a first. You rolled a 2 and a 9, so it's an 11, so 21. Oh, okay, great. I'm just tired of talking about this. So yeah, let's, great. So we have an 80% chance. Thank you, Mike, for keeping me on track. Super easy. So it says match, and I don't know when it says match, if it's just one of our characters are rolling against it or both of them are. Honestly, I'm not concerned. We've got a lot of time, and we've already talked about this enough, and eventually we would get this roll. And I'm not concerned about the time of our characters. It's only 8:30. So don't worry about it, Morgan. We're good. We rolled a 2d10 plus 10, which did come out to a 21, and the charts gets a little confusing, but Mike is right. We just have an 80% chance, and even if it was a 30% chance, it would take us 3 tries instead of 1 or 2 tries to break it. We're going to break it eventually, but we do have an 80% chance, and we just need somebody to roll. It does say match, which I don't quite know what that means by 5th edition jargon. I don't know if that means only one of the characters can try to break the manacles, or because it should say combined. It doesn't say that, but in my last game, it would have been impossible for me to succeed if it was only one character trying to break the manacles, and I didn't have any stats to do the mechanical repair. I just didn't have it. So like this would have been impossible. So that's why I decided it was combined. And again, it doesn't matter. So we're just waiting for Whitehawk to roll the you're up, buddy, Whitehawk. And if it takes a little bit longer for Whitehawk, somebody else just jump in and roll it. There we go. Thank you. 57. Great. Let's move on. Tired of talking about the rules. Again, this is a silly solo thingy. We succeeded. It would have happened eventually. Not concerned. There we are. You must attempt to mark off blah. We did it. For every tip, successful not. Yay, we freed Corey. Go to 397. Let's move on. Yay, done with the map. I know. It's so gonzo. I am going to do another against one of the 7th edition rules. Again, the alone against the dark, alone against the frost, alone against the blah, blah, blah. The more recent ones that aren't as goofy as this one, where it has all the information we need directly in front of us. I'm going to do that soon. I don't know exactly when, but I really like those. The flame one, I'm considering doing again, the one we failed at, 'cause with the creepy midsummer festival. I do want to give that one a shot again and see, because we missed a lot in that one. And then now we can have you guys roll, and maybe you'd actually succeed. Okay, let's go. With Corey free from his bonds, the two of you ease yourselves quickly but cautiously down the cables and chains hanging from the raised table to the floor below. Go to 455. Check. I do wonder that too, if Corey is always in the lab. That's where I found him. But I don't know. I am curious. That's why I wanted to play this again. But this is where I did find Corey, was in the lab. Roll. Oh, here we go. Randomize time. So this is fun. Again, I do appreciate that it's randomizing our escape. As opposed to you find him, you do the same things every time. I need someone to roll a d10. I have no idea what I rolled on these. I started my escape. I just didn't finish it. One of us did on my playthrough. One of us survived. One of us did not. I will... So one of you roll, whoever's turn it is, roll a 1d10 just to kind of randomize how our escape's going. We got Corey. Chris and Corey are back together, and they're getting the F out of Dodge. There we go. Ooh, a 10. Is that good? Is that bad? Who knows? 8 to 10, 429. Okay, let's get out of here. 429. You grab Corey by the arm as you lead him away from the table and out of the evil laboratory. Suddenly, you notice... Oh, butts. What? This did not happen to me. Are we going to 429? You notice that your friend's skin is cold and leathery. The person that once was your good friend Corey is now a reanimated golem. This did not happen to me. But does that mean we found Corey? He just happens to be on. So this is the actual Corey, and this actually happened to him. It's now reanimated golem. Make a sanity roll or lose. Okay. All right. Whose turn is it? See, again, I think we did find Corey. I think this is the legitimate Corey. He was alive when I escaped. This did not turn out so well. So we need to make a sanity roll. Our sanity is 55. Dude, super, Smugside, please subscribe or at least follow my page. You don't need to subscribe. Yeah, so good to have you along. And I do a lot of these that are move a little bit faster, especially our fantasy game, which is on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Nice to meet you. Enjoy your game. It's fun hanging out with you guys. I got a game and a half hour. Enjoy whatever game that is, whether it be sports or board game or RPG game. Dude, thank you. And again, we're doing this fantasy game, same group. So much more streamlined than this. But thanks for joining, dude. Super cool to meet you. Yeah, get out of here. Go enjoy your game. This is just our Halloween hangover game. Okay, I need somebody to make a sanity roll. Have a good one, Smugside. We need, and our sanity is, we're doing our great escape. So we're on the home stretch here of just leaving or dying. We need someone to roll a 55 or below for our sanity. I can't remember who's on deck, but let's see what you got. I will. All right, Morgan. We need a 55 or below. Morgan's been cutting them really close today. So let's see what you got. Where were we at? You grab... There it is. Ooh, that was a 12. Okay. Morgan's coming out swinging. Great. So if you fail, we didn't. Corey now has the abilities of a zombie, and so always attacks last in combat. I think Corey's still with us. He just happens to be a zombie. Shoot, that may mean I need to find the zombie stats. I may just use his other ones, just make him attack last. He still has 15 hit points, which he did, but takes only half damage from impaling weapons, okay? But full damage from blunt, okay? And fire, okay? He attacks with a 35% chance of hitting, okay? And his maul attack does, okay? If you oh, we're fighting him. Oh, he's not with us. We are fighting Corey. I do like this. This is very different. I don't want to say how my video can't end the same. My long stream can't end the same because it was dealing with me and Corey being side by side. So like we escaped and then we had this Bayaki or something like that attacking us. And it was this winged creature thing that was attacking very specifically attacking both of us. So, and Corey survived and I didn't. So this is a very different path, which again, I seriously appreciate that about this game. That's randomizing how it turns out. So here we go. We got Corey. Thankfully, it gave us most of his stats. Sorry, Corey, it's a dog eat dog world. So here we go. We have a gun. Does he take... Is that an impaling weapon or no? The impact of a gun. Actually, oh, thank God. I did write down. I do have some gun stats. I'm going to have to like just scooch some stuff away. Let's see if it says what kind of damage it does. Of course, it doesn't. Is that an impaling? Would you consider that an impaling weapon, a gun, like a gunshot? Morgan, who has, Whitehawk, excuse me, seems to have a little bit of Cthulhu knowledge. I guess I can just quickly AI it, or somebody else can while I'm kind of setting this up. But we do get to go first. See if you can find any information about what kind of damage a bullet does on in 5th edition, or it could be 7th actually by that point, if that is considered impaling, because it is is it piercing? But it says impaling. So we are going first. We're obviously, the only thing we can do is shoot them. It's just start shooting. We can get all 3 shots. It doesn't say how many bullets we have. I don't think we have a bunch of cartridges laying around. We do have some punching abilities. Thank you. Bullets are impaling. That's what I assumed. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Whitehawk. So he has 15 points of health. All right, so Corey. Okay. It says Corey still has 15 health. He had 12 because of our car wreck. Do we bump him back up to 15 because it's golem form? I guess we should. We have 10, by the way, just so everybody knows. I thought that it said we only had 2 shots in the 38. No. Oh, sorry. You're right. Thank you. You picked the 38, Mike. Thank you for reminding me that. We get 2 shots around, and we're not good at it. It's a 20%. I'll bring up our fighting stats right now. Our fighting stats, which we have probably not seen much of. This is what we got. Ooh, that looks like Corey's. That's Corey's. Never mind. As I say, it's like, oh, we're not that good. We are... where is intellect fight? There it is right here. That's it. That's the one we want. We don't want that. Okay, our fight. We have a 20% chance. We have a 38. Thank you for reminding me, Mike, of doing 1d10 damage. But are we only doing half of that? If so, that's going to be urgly. That is going to be really urgly. I guess we don't need this lower half anymore. I can get rid of that. Oh, that's the Corey stats, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. So only 2 bullets per round. Correct. We get 2 shots off per round with a 20% chance of doing half. Oh, dude, this is it. Corey now has the ability of a zombie. Always attacks last. 15 points. Half damage from impaling weapons, but full from blunt. We can punch him. Actually, our kicking does 1d6. We could do 1 kick, which I'm assuming will be like a blunt weapon, and for 1d6 damage. We actually have a better chance, but we only get to do 1 kick as opposed to the 2 kicks of 1d10 divided by... Yeah, disengage. We'll use our full action to disengage, or maybe we can just take the 1 hit and dash. But yeah, this is going to be bad, but this is our fight for this game. All right, let's get started. What are we going to do? Oh man, he does 2d8 plus 1d6 damage if he hits us. He has a 35% chance. So we're just going to be going back and forth. Let's who's up in the turn order, and I guess whoever it goes, you just choose. I'm taking 2. I'm shooting twice, or I'm kicking once. Again, kick has a 25% chance to do 1d6 damage. Yeah, I feel like we just have to shoot. It's mathematically the better option. It's at least some damage. The question is, do we give him max health, or I guess we should give him the max health. We could split the difference. He had 12 because of the car wreck before he's reanimated, because it says he still has 15 health. That's his max health. Mike, yeah. Okay, Mike, I guess you're up. 21. Oh. Miss. Your first shot missed by 1 point. With the strength-based character, I put stats into their gun. I didn't with this character. It didn't make sense for them. So we're at the base. Oof. All right, you got 1 more shot, though, Mike. So let's see. We're going to do 1d10 divided by 2 damage. So let's see what we got here. This is it. This is the final showdown. Oh, I wish I had exciting fighting music. 16! You got a shot, dude. Go ahead and roll damage. And sadly, this is divided by... 2, but it's 1d10. Roll high on that d10, buddy. If you roll like a 9 or a 10, you've taken out a third of his health. 7. That's not too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Great. So he is down to an 11. Okay. Do you guys want to roll? Corey's attack, or do I roll Corey? You guys roll Corey's attack. Screw it. Whoever's next, you're going to roll Corey's attack. Corey, so we can blame you instead of me. Corey has a 35, which isn't amazing. So somebody roll a percentile. We want above a 35. Whoever's next, that may be Morgan. That may be you. Morgan's passing the buck onto Whitehawk. I mean, I can roll it, but I think it's fun to have all of you guys battle this out in our final showdown. God dang it. Did you just kill us? You rolled a 19. Roll 2d8 and then 1d6. This may kill us. We have 10 health. This one attack could kill us. How about if you're not rolling it already, you can roll it Whitehawk if you want, or Morgan can roll it. I don't care who, but I know it's a lot of, oh, hang on. If no one has rolled yet, I want Whitehawk to roll a 1d8. I want Morgan to roll a 1d8, and I want Mike to roll a 1d6. And then we will total the results. That's how much damage is done. So then you're all to blame. So there. Oh, okay, a 2. That's not too bad. That's from Mike. Now we have a 1d8 from Whitehawk and a 1d8 from Morgan. 1. Great. All right, whoever's left, this is it. 2. Well done. Okay, that's just 5. That if we take 5 more, we're dead. So more than likely, we have one more hit we can take. Okay, well done. That was clutch, as Mike just put it. Mike just went. Who goes after Mike? Is it Whitehawk for our attack? I think it is. So whoever's turn is next to do the attack, clutch or kick. Yeah, right. So it's up to you, Whitehawk. We still have more bullets in our gun, or you can kick once or shoot twice. I think it is Whitehawk's turn to take an attack against evil Golem Corey. So what you got? We've got our damsel in distress here. 57. That's a miss. All right. Were you kicking or were you shooting? I guess if you roll again, you're shooting. So we'll see what comes up next. But either if that was a kick or a shot, that was a miss. But roll again for another shot if you were shooting. And then we will move on to whoever's turn it is to roll for evil Corey. Or Golem Corey. I don't think he's evil. He can't help himself. So go ahead and make another attack if you were shooting, or let us know if you were kicking. It says clutch or kick. So I'm going to assume that was a shot. But I may be wrong, because the kick, it would do full damage as opposed to the half damage. But yeah, let us know what you got there, Whitehawk. And while that is happening, we can go, Mike, I think it's your turn to roll for evil. I shouldn't say evil. He's Gollum. He's not in control of himself anymore. Go ahead and roll for that 35. You want a 36 or above, Mike, while we're waiting to hear back from Whitehawk to see what's happening with that. I think that was Whitehawk who just rolled. So, or was it Morgan? I don't know. Go ahead, Mike, roll. Was that you, Mike, who just rolled? 84. That is a miss. Mike, did you roll that 84? And then that is a miss from Corey, or that was a miss from us. But yeah, I can just see the rolls. I can't see the chat updating. So there's a delay. The 84 is on me. Awesome. I am going to roll, because I'm assuming that was a shot from Whitehawk. I'm just going to roll the second shot. And I'm just going to roll the D10s. And the leftmost will be the double miss. Oh, no, I got a 16. I hit. Hooray! Okay. I do 1d10, and I'm going to roll this. I'm going to take this, because this is not something I do frequently. 1d10 divided by 2. I'm going to roll 1. Is that an actual 10? I think I rolled a 10. Because it's looking at a d10, and it says a 10. It's like, oh, that means a 1. But I think that's an actual 10, right? That's not a 0. That's a 10. Sweet! 5 points of damage on evil Corey is down to 6. Okay, and then he missed. And then it is to you, Morgan, I think. Correct, Mike. He's down to 6. It is to you, Morgan. It is mathematically possible that we kill him. So it is up to you. Not completely up to you, but it's up to you. So let's see what you got. Roll. I'm assuming you're shooting. That just seems to mathematically the best way to go about this. So go ahead and take your shot. Not going away my shot. Let's go. Don't throw away your shot. And again, I don't know how bullets work and reloading. I'm not worried about getting real deep into that. 21. You missed by 1. You missed by 1. If those dice happen to be on the different side of the screen, that would have been a hit. One more. And then I think it's your turn to also roll, or did you roll for evil, for Gollum, Corey? So do that again. We need to get another shot. So that was just your first shot. Roll 2d10 again, or roll the percentile, which I think to roll percentile, you have the 2 little d10s. Click the second one twice. That is a 72. That is a miss. Keep rolling high like that, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it is your turn to roll for Gollum. And a hit is basically a kill, unless we roll like straight ones. We can roll 2 1s and a 2. That is the only way that we're going to survive this. 9. We need one more. I just see a 9. We need one more d10. 59. Great, because again, the 5 was furthest left, so 59. Miss. Fantastic. I don't know if we have Whitehawk with us currently. So Mike, I think it's going to be back to you. Actually, let's give Whitehawk like 10 seconds. If there are no dice are rolled from 10 seconds from now, Mike, go ahead and make the roll for our attacks against the Golem. And if Whitehawk does happen to roll, we'll just save it for whatever comes next. I don't know who rolled that. A 32. That is a miss. And then we may have one more. If this should be us shooting. So that is a miss. And then we're going to need one more attack. So we're just shooting out again. Maybe we have 2 guns, like in our handbags. Like, oh, that gun's done. Throw it away, and then we don't need to reload. We just pull the next one out of the handbag as the Golem is like. Rrr. We do need one more. We do need one more shot, and then it is going to be evil Gollum again. So somebody roll me that d10, whoever it is. I don't know who rolled the last one, but Mike, go ahead and roll it. I don't know if you rolled that last one or not, but let's see what you got. Go ahead and roll one more d10, and then Mike, I think it is going to be your turn to be Gollum, Corey. Is that correct? No, I think it's Morgan. 16. We got it. That's another hit. Roll a d10. Oh, that was Whitehawk. Fantastic. Okay. So go ahead and roll a d10. 7. Is that a 4? I think it. Okay, that'd be, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4. He is down to 2. One more hit on him could mathematically will probably kill him. So we got 1 attack from him. Whose turn is it? Don't make me do it. So you want whoever's turn it is. I cannot remember who's in the turn order. Come on, guys, says Morgan. Morgan seems to be passing the buck a bit. Whose turn is it to roll the next percentile dice that pops up in this chat? Whoever does it, which I need to get like a player log so I can track who's doing these things. That is going to be for the Golem. So again, if we succeed on this, you want to roll for Corey? Morgan? I think it is your turn, Corey. I mean, excuse me, it is your turn. 77. Thank God. Okay. So, we're good? It's us. Whose turn is it to shoot? I think it's Morgan's. Again, Whitehawk, I haven't seen you in the chat for a bit, so I think there may be the delay or something like that. And sometimes YouTube, like you type in the chat. I've been hearing from Mike. Ooh, 34. Nope. One more shot. Wait. Oh, shoot. Was that the Golem? Oh, butts. He was a 35 or below. He had a 34. I'll roll it. But that was it, right? That was the hit. Dang it. 77 was the Golem. The 77 was me. Wasn't actually sure whose turn it was, though. 77 was the Golem. Oh, so the 34 was a shot. Oh, thank God. Okay. So we have one more. We have one more shot. So the 34 31 is our first shot. Thank you, Mike. Okay. Who's the next shot? We got one more. Thank you. Hi, Whitehawk. Thanks for keeping me on point here. So we have one more shot, whoever was shooting that, to get him. I thought we were dead, but we do have this one shot, and then the golem's going to go again. So, and we don't want the golem to be rolling 34. 14. Okay, you need to roll 1, 2, a 3 or above, whoever's turn it is. I've completely lost the thread here. So as the poor viewers, whoever's watching this. You need to roll a 3 or above on a 1d10. I don't know who it is. Okay, Morgan, let's see what you got. Waiting. Oh my God, you got a 3. No, yes, that's 2. That does 2 points of damage, which is just enough. Woo! That was close. I think we didn't die. And here we go. So, because if we would have, if not, this is obviously the end. It's not the end. If you manage to destroy the animated horror, go to 432. Okay, I think this is it. I think we're I say 432. 432 is on this page. The creature that was once your friend falls with a thud to the floor, free of his new unnatural life as an undead creature of the night. Creature of the night. You automatically suffer the loss of 1d4 sand. Who cares? Go to 424. We have a lot of sanity. I'm not too worried. You rush through the frightened house to the front door, pulling on your coat. Oh, so remember, oh, it's cold outside. Let's put our coat on. Pulling your coat on as you flee the building and all of its supernatural inhabitants. Roll a 1d10. Are we seriously not, like, out yet? Roll a 1d10. Or just somebody roll a dice. It doesn't, it was so muddied at the end. It was, and that's just because of the delay. There's certain delays, and I can't see who's rolling what dice. So thank you. So we are, this is making me nervous because I had prompts like this and I still had a fight ahead of me. But again, it was written that Corey was with me. So I just want to leave. Okay. If it's even, go to 17. If it's odd, go to 399. Oh my God. Oh, I was reading the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, this looks okay. You wander down the cold, foggy road in the direction that you know Salem lies in. You are cold and wet and tired. Oh, great. But you eventually find yourself in Salem, where you are able to call friends or family for assistance. After what seems like days, you are back in your room in Arkham for a well-deserved rest before beginning work on the thesis paper that you know will get you the recognition you deserve. If Corey lived through that Halloween night, no. If he died or you otherwise ended the game without him, go to 390. Okay. So again, there were multiple ways for Corey to die. Oh wow. Roll. I did see a dice roll in my periphery, but I didn't see the response. So somebody else roll a d6. This is just like our ending denouement. I guess we lived. I've yet to do this where every time I played 3 times because the Headless Horseman killed me immediately in one of them. Every time I've done it, one of us has survived. But somebody roll me a d6. You rolled a 4. Got it. Thank you, Mike. We were at 390, I believe. Roll a 4. 1 or 2, 3 or 4. Go to 403. Okay, here we go. You are brought up on... Oh my God! You are brought up on charges of murder, and after a long and highly publicized court battle, you are found guilty of the murder of Corey Adams. You spend the better portion of your life in prison, your career, reputation, and life ruined. Divide the number of journalistic points you collected in half. This is what you end this tragic story with. The journal points, again, who cares? Because it's like extreme success, mild success, fail. Like, who cares? And that was so... When it gets that random, like everything that happened to us was really random. Like, that's not saying a success or not. We survived and our life wasn't in shambles. Pretty positive ending for a Cthulhu game, right? Yeah, we went to prison. I mean, I feel like there was a lot of evidence that something was weird in that house, though. Like, the Von Reichs, like the creepy mucky water, like they didn't see the laboratory. Like there was a lot. How did they convict? Exactly. And this is, again, this doesn't take place in 1930s, 20s. This is supposedly 1990. Again, you're dealing with vampires. This is a goofy Gonzo Halloween one. It doesn't make much sense, but it is my fun Halloween hangover episode. Thank you for those who stuck through it. Like I said, the newer ones are much easier to follow. We clearly didn't have the OJ legal team. We did not, because it didn't fit, and then we must have quit. But yeah, that was Alone on Halloween. That may have been their first. One of their first forays into these solo adventures. Obviously, they've been much more streamlined. And there are like 15 of them out there. I heard Alone against like Narlahotep or Narlathotep or Narlethatep. I do not know. I've heard there's a guy named Seth Skorkowski. I think he pronounced it the last way I said it. And he is like the Call of Cthulhu god, which I guess would be Cthulhu. But I trust him the most. But that one's supposed to be great. Alone Against the Flames was pretty fun. Alone Against Dark Heroes, okay. Alone Against the Static is supposed to be pretty neat. There are a lot of them. But Alone Against the Frost, I've heard that is up there with the Narlathotep, however. So this was a goofy one. Thank you for sticking around with me. Yes, so Mike just said back to Salt Dad on Tuesday. I am doing this great fantasy game that is much more streamlined. And we have got our party of 4. Yes, and we're back on Thursdays as well. I got my shooting schedule. It's only a half day of shooting, so we can do, as of now, I'll post it on my chat. I'm doing a Tuesday and a Thursday. Shattered Kingdoms? God dang it. I always forget the name of that book. Give me 1 second. It's driving me nuts. The Legendary Kingdoms Valley of Bones. We just found like the Promised Child or whatever. So yeah, we are doing that hopefully Tuesday and Thursday. I want to try to do like they're also like D&D solo books. I think on weekends when I'm not shooting a film, I'm going to be like alternating Cthulhu and D&D. Yeah, we have the Everchild. I think on the weekends at night, I think we'll get probably better viewership, but I don't care. This is fun. Whitehawk, you need to join us if you can on Tuesdays and Thursdays about 6 o'clock Pacific, if you can. We're doing this really great fantasy game that's super fun. And we use the same app, but it's all D6s. It's a little easier to roll. The rules are much more streamed down, but I am definitely going to be doing more of these Cthulhu ones. So if you like that, leave a comment. Leave a comment as well and say like which one you want to do next, because there are a lot of them out there. And they've all gotten some pretty great reviews. Satanic Panic. Oh my God, I know. Trying to make a scenario set during the Satanic Panic, specifically designed for the Sons of Sam murders in NYC, where the killer claimed to be a part of a cult. That's pretty cool. I started playing D&D around the Satanic Panic time, and it was silly. But you may be talking about a different Satanic Panic of the legit like Son of Sam and all the crazy stuff that was going on in this country back in the like 70s. What was going on, man? But I mean, this was Call of Cthulhu. Alone again. I'm Alone Against the Dork. That was Alone on Halloween. That's the reason I did this, just because it made sense. I know, I'm leaning, Mike, another shot against Alone Against the Flames, just to see what else we can get. Because we kind of like huddled up and stayed in our silly little, we stayed in our little room a lot. But yeah, you are following what you're saying, Whitehawk. Mike just says the late 70s at NYC is a super ripe setting for a Cthulhu game. Yeah, okay. That is it for this. Thank you for sticking with me for so long, and we will hope to roll some dice with you guys again soon. And again, leave comments either on my page, I keep it updated for my schedule, or leave a comment to this video once it publishes about what you'd want to see next. And thank you so much, you guys, and happy All Saints Day. I think that's what November 1st is, and roll some dice with you guys again soon.